Let us walk this world and traverse its stars and beyond. Let us wander the realm of dreams with full hearts and wakened eyes. And when at last we find our rest, let us name all that was beautiful in our sight. Yes, let us bring beauty to the bosom of our holy church and make glorious worship in its presence. Together, let us sit in beauty's light and never doubt its truth again. I can only pray that I might be beautiful too. Don't let me be ugly. Please. I must not be ugly.
I come back here and the ground itself rebukes me. What did I even do? Was I here before the war? Before Shadow made me forget it all? I know I was Weasley. I am Weasley. I have all the baubles and knickknacks and books and know-how, but I don't have me. The only thing I really remember is the magic. The spells will tell you who they are and what they need, as long as you know how to listen.
Hey, look, a pact is a pact. We have an agreement. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You can't really be mad that I out-negotiated you. It's an art. I'm a goetic, it's what we do. I'll get back to you with the details, alright? All I really need you to do right now is wait for me a second. Yeah, over there, by that sword-looking thing. I'll be right back. Ugh, angels take everything so seriously, I swear. Me? I'm just here for a good time, you know? Anyway, I'm starving. Did you want to go somewhere? This round's on me.
I've just been told that my entire life has been a lie. And all I have left of you is this medallion and this strange house that I'm stuck in now. So what is the truth? Are these our roots? And what happens if this place never feels like home?
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. Do you know what that means, Never?
That we're all following a script?
It means somewhere out there, there's always a great story being told. All we have to do is find whose it is. Isn't that so exciting?
Oh, you're right, Periwinkle. So, what story will we be reading next? When truth and knowledge meet in a moment of epiphany, this event is what the actuality calls an Indigo Nexus. It's when the light bulb turns on, when insight is at its strongest, when a detective makes a break in their case. A string of happy little coincidences that coincide into what some people call fate. But you, my dear Weasley, know that coincidence doesn't truly exist when living within the light of the suns, as the joy and despair of uncanny events accumulate into a flux of what looks like destiny. And while this may feel difficult, confusing, and out of your hands as roots mingle and diverge, remember that it's possible to forge your own path. It just takes planning, hard work, and a little bit of luck, which I hear is being sold at discount at the Celestial Bazaar. So go forth and bring into the actuality your own Indigo Nexus. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the penultimate episode of the Indigo Nexus. We have this session, and then one more session. Then we have a Q&A, which I'll talk about later, but you can check the pin chat if you want to submit us questions. I am Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and I am your game master for this set game. We're going to go around, say, hey, hi, who we are, etc., character sentence, downtime, ending with Adrienne and Ian because he's doing the recap. So we're going to start with Ventris and go counterclockwise.
Hello, I am Ventris. I use they, she pronouns. I'm playing Periwinkle, who is a bizarre artist of the Order of Weavers who turns tales into reality. Sorry, I buffered for a second because I forgot what I did for downtime. I forgot how to introduce myself at all as a result. Anyway, Peri had honestly a pretty chill downtime. Following up with Wellen, making sure that he's doing all right. Actually had a finished wrapping up training with her trainee for advancement to 3rd degree. We're gonna get a little peek at that later on during today. She's also probably finally finished making replacement cushions for the holes in her house. Informed also because there have been an issue lately with things like shiny objects going missing from people's houses, like porch lights and other such things, and animals being and home pets also as a result getting riled up. Peri put 2 to 2 together to equals fish, and it was like, oh, it's the other hounds, because the hound that's been visiting her house that also brought a friend. There's now 2 hounds visiting her house, and she couldn't be happier. And, yes, they also tried to take shiny things from Peri's house, and including Never at one point because her tail kind of sparkles a little. But never put them in place. So Peri goes, hey, the things that have been going missing that I'm sure people have been complaining to you about, those are the dogs. It's the hounds. They're looking for the stars, and they don't have stars, so they're taking anything that approximates to a star. And so he's like, okay, cool. And so he and his wonderful new assistant work out getting some items, setting up like a little sparkly area near the edge of the woods for the hounds, so that way they can chase those instead and not steal from people anymore. So we've got a stopgap for now until we actually bring them stars. And honestly, I don't think much else happened other than also making sure that So is eating at least once a week every Tuesday. So yeah, that's Peri.
Speaking of So.
Hi, it's me. Hi, I'm Trout. I use it and its pronouns. I'm playing So, he uses they, them pronouns. So is an iconoclastic empath of the Order of Weavers who revels in beauty. And this downtime we did revel because the church has been built. The congregation has congregated and the bad guy left. And So is just kind of basking in the fact that the first of a few missions is complete. So they're doing a little bit of research into how to specifically connect with the Blue Sun through dreaming. We're still working on that, so more details soon for what So figures out. So is also, now that the dust has settled a little bit, has finally decided to try and reach out to Caspian. We're hoping still to save her from Emmerich. So with help from their wonderful friend, him, has been given an offer from another ghost to send a message to Caspian whenever the ghosts are summoned to speak to Caspian, because that's one of her things. Ghosts just tell her stuff. So yeah, we're stay tuned. We'll see if we can maybe get through to the sweetie, who I believe does not really want to work for Emmerich. Also, I'm forgetting something important, like really important. I gotta read. What else did I start doing? Oh yeah, we're starting to begin the process of, now that the Salt Tower is finished, we're going to try and make it really cool. So I'm working on some house secrets. It's probably going to take a long time to actually get there to make this place bonkers, but it's going to be bonkers. I have big eye pop out of head ideas once I have the mechanical means and currency to do so.
I read those
kind of quiet
secrets.
downtown.
I read those secrets today, like the exact mechanics, and I was like, fuck, that's so cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of the level up mechanics are going to go towards the house, actually, which I'm really, really excited about.
Seth.
But yeah, kind of a quiet downtime for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just going live on Bluesky. Hi, my name is Seth. I use they, them pronouns. I am playing Kairos, who is a connected artist of the Aura of Goetica, Cage's adversaries, and who had an extremely uneventful and very chill downtime, as is just very normal for me. Nothing bad ever happens and nothing crazy ever happens. I split my downtime for reference into life-threatening things and non-life-threatening things because that's just how it's going right now. So I took another arc. Y'all don't need to know about that. Took another forte ability that's horrifying. Y'all don't need to know about that. Non-threatening things, a secret thing, another secret thing, and then going around to find August and nonchalantly tip Crystal for her performance because he's so proud of his adopted daughter who's not adopted yet. But just you wait. For life-threatening things, started the process of looking through Mom's study, found some secrets, currently perusing through the secrets, managed to find some connections in the Order of Goetica, who specialize in like left-hand path summoning to help with things that are afoot with left-hand path things. And then
I don't know how or when you want to talk about this part.
I don't either, because it wasn't even an initial part of my downtime. I literally sent it like yesterday because I was like, I wonder if this would work. And then I get the everyone's favorite message from their GM. Welp! And things happened. So I don't know when we're going to talk about it. It's kind of too important to talk about right now, though. So whoever's next, have fun.
Asher. Muted.
Thank you. I'm just okay. I don't know how to follow up that. Hi, my name is Asher. I use he, him pronouns. I am playing Rowan. Also uses he, him pronouns. Rowan is a bizarre Stoneheart of the Order of the Vance who is hated by the Earth. His downtime has been a lot. Oh my god, so much studying, like hitting the books, like crazy, to the point that he got a spell to study harder. He studied a spell so he could study harder. Specifically.
Par for the course, though, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's so him. So Rowan did a lot. Yes, the big nerd energy. Rowan did a lot of studying of spells and making his own spell that will hopefully be effective for what he wanted to do with it. And also double, triple, quadruple checking all of the other shit that he has to do regarding the ritual with Evelyn gaining the item from the book that the book of runes that we had gotten last time, which hopefully we will be doing today. And yeah, no, his downtime was full of crap, but all of it was boring. It was just he wakes up, he studies. Okay, not all of it was. There was also sorry, I am a bit scatterbrained. There's also obviously checking in on Eden because of all of that crazy stuff, and Eden's sister wants to have tea.
Do you want to mention your nighttime visitor?
Oh yeah, the night. I yes, okay. So...
if you want to. I just thought it was very amusing. I had a lot of fun with that. It is a very
amusing thing. So speaking of Eden, a couple of times during downtime, Rowan had a very silly, not very silly, a very strange visitor in the shape of Eden's Shadowbringer form, who just kind of hung out and did dog things in
naughty dog things,
like knocking things over, stepping on him like when he's in bed, and like bringing pens. For some reason, she's really obsessed with pens in or out of human form. So
that was very fun. I had a.
It was very fun, very silly. Rowan basically spent those nights like in the bed watching her, like with that sort of like prey look on, like, please don't eat me.
She only stared at Jasper like that. It's fine.
Yeah, she only stared at Jasper like prey.
Thank you. And last but not least, Ian.
Hi, my name is Ian DePriest. My pronouns are he, they. Today I will be playing Adrienne, whose pronouns are they, them. They are an aromatic empath apostate who is adored by the sea. Downtime. Downtime included first contacting and responding back to Scipio Monte, who was the student of my grandmother, who currently runs the Blank Furnace Forge. The correspondence really was Adrienne trying to pry any information out of Scipio in a more sneaky way. They asked if they could create a piece of art that my grandmother created a long time ago. They said no, obviously, because they're not that good. And they said, Adrienne then asked if they knew anything that happened to my grandmother, to which they said no. So we'll see what happens there. Aside from that, they also spoke and reached out to Casey about potentially heading back to Shadow again, and trying to visit their parents again, and also help Casey find their missing friend that is still in Shadow. That will be pending in the future at some point. Um, Aside from that, they advanced in their apostate studies in their own way. One of which actually happened accidentally when Kairos decided to pay Adrienne a visit. Kairos was very generous in offering any help that Adrienne needed, um, which was actually very surprising, seeing that Kairos has a lot going on. To which Adrienne said, yeah, if you could help me find a lawyer for my grandmother, and also if you could start teaching me the basics of goetic summoning. In their little gathering, Adrienne asked Kairos if there was any progress to how they were feeling with their magical growth on them. I don't know how else to describe it, because they were hiding it via the arm sleeve that they used to roll up, but now is rolled down. Um, to which Kairos responded saying that they're fine and that maybe more magic is good. Adrienne offers their hand to, and in support, saying that they can help them in any way they can if they would let them, and thus unlocking unconsciously a apostate ability called Drain Magic, to which I can now drain magic from any Vizsla that I touch. Mechanically, that means I take 2 of your, I think, Sortilege? No, whichever one that
Sorcery.
is. Thank you, that one. Um, and I actually did drain a little bit of Kairos' magic, so maybe that could be a potential good use in the future. Um, to which then they proceeded to go to the unfinished business to have some drinks. They still haven't spoken about their own unfinished business because that is not at the top of the priority list. And I assume at some point learned and was taught the basics of goetic summoning, to which in the rest of my downtime, Adrienne begins to experiment with the beginnings of summoning and has learned some long form magic in the act of beseeching an invocation. Um, and that's what you missed on Glee. Now it's my turn to recap. Yes, I think. Okay, recap, everybody, everywhere. Uh, so first we started last session off with a flashback, continuing that flashback between Kairos and Ianthe, where they were talking about the misery chord and trying to bridge that gap. When Ianthe asks about the chord and where it disappears to, the chord poofs away because they are not entirely sure where it actually goes, and when Ianthe tries to inspect it, it ran away. So that is very concerning, that it can just go whenever it wants to, and it has a mind of its own. The meeting ends amicably and very touching, in a touching way when Ianthe reaches out and says that she can help clear their mother's room if Kairos needs it. And Kairos responds in a nice compliment of how Anthe is an amazing weaver. Moving forward to present day, Rowan arrives at Kairos' manor, where Eden is currently staying in a room from the transformation of being a Shadowbringer. Uh, Rowan proceeds to comfort Eden. Eden then talks about how she is sensitive to light. She's not hurt by the sun, just more visually. She cannot really look at sunlight very well. Um, there is a lot of heavy emotion there because she is worried that she might hurt, has, or might have, might will, I don't know, future tense, hurt people. Um, to which Rowan still comfortingly supports her through this. They gather their things and they start to head back to Eden's place. Rowan offers his shoes to her as he doesn't have to walk on the ground if he doesn't want to, and has never and never will be doing so until that relationship with the earth is healed, I assume. Uh, Moving forward, once they get to Eden's place, we see Eden's sisters, Dev and Agnes. And yeah, I think Rowan just says he will help Eden in any way, shape, or form. Aside from that, So and Gotthold are playing in the rain. They're having a wonderful time. Um, so mentions to Gotthold that they would like a vacation, potentially in blue in the future, and potentially maybe if they want to come along, that's totally fine and cool and chill. Um, uh, Aside from that, I think So has started officially to step into their new form, if that's a real, if that's what we want to place it. But they've gained their free will. They've gained um their stepped into their own power. That's what I wanted to say. Um, After that, the whole entire crew takes a retail therapy trip to the Celestial Bazaar. Adrienne informs their grandmother that they're heading there. The grandmother tags along, saying that they would love to show them around. And also Eden tags along, as Eden has some stuff to buy for their sister, I think, who is also a maker. Um, Kairos and Rowan doesn't really tell the group about what's up with Eden, even though Eden seems a little off. That, but most people didn't notice except for Peri, because Peri is always noticing. As they enter the Celestial Bazaar via the Hollows, via Memory Gate from the Hollows to a next station, I think called Brick something.
Brickhouse, I
Brick
think?
House. Thank you. They step through the Memory Gate. They lose memories that are uh, unconsequential, really, in order to pay the toll to step through. Even though one such memory is So's memory of loving and discovering marshmallows. So that growth might have to happen again. Um, Once they step into the Celestial Bazaar, it is like basically like New York City in space. Just think about it. It's New York City in space, and it's fun. Lots of people. It's kind of crowded. It's like a couple blocks. Once we're there, everybody heads towards the Rainbow Thread, where we meet its owner, Alienor. I'm not sure how to say her name. Um, because today is the day in which the rainbow thread is on the gold sun, which is when they can get items from said place, which is what Rowan needs for his ritual that he is going to help with Evelyn. He needs golden sand from the golden sun. Unfortunately, they don't actually have golden sand from the golden sun, but Eleanor has an item, a rune book, that can help create basically any item that you need um, if you use it. To which it costs, I think, was it? Two something. Two big,
Gem
200 crystals.
orbs.
Thank you. I was like, I don't know what's above a crystal. That one. Two gem orbs or 200 crystal. After some appraisal from Adrienne's grandma, it is about 200 is the price. If you want to haggle, you could try and ask for something a little less, since the book already has a use that has been used. Um, the crew then decides to haggle terribly. We failed so much that Eleanor gives us a pity discount. I think, did we settle in like 175 or something? I can't
It was
remember. 100.
22 each ish.
Okay. Yes. Everybody paid about 22 crystals, and Eleanor can use the last use of the book once we have finished with our uses of it. Um, Once that was done, um, we have a fashion montage because told the crew that they were ready to find a new look. And after many, many different looks that were given to them, settled upon something very grounded and in among the common people in which they are trying to lead their church. I can't exactly remember the whole entire outfit, but I think there was a crop top involved.
Yes.
Yes. Um, After that, the crew splits a little. At one point, Kairos discovers a musician that makes art out of music, literally. I think she plays music and then takes the notes and makes it into paint and then paints it, to which Kairos then hires her for a commission of sorts. Aside from that, Adrienne finally discovers and goes to their grandmother's forge, the blank forge, furnace forge. I can't remember the title. I'm so sorry. Um, Trying to essentially connect back to a piece of themselves that they feel like they should know but actually don't. And while having a very emotional reaction to the place, a nice worker there interrupts and asks if they need anything, to which they ask if the owner was around, and the owner was not around, so they gave this attendee a note to leave for them, in which I already described in my downtime what it was, the correspondence between Scipio and Adrienne. It then kicks Adrienne back into gear of why they were here in the first place, to reconnect with their family heritage, to try and bring their family back together, and they have unfinished business with their parents back in Shadow, to which they then speak to their grandmother and said they're planning to go back at some point because they would like to resolve this issue one way or another. And that's what you missed on Glee, I'm pretty sure. Bob?
What would you like for your recap reward?
Ooh, I can't remember what we got. Can you remind me what we can
Joy,
take?
despair, acumen, hidden knowledge, a +1 bonus to be used before your next recap.
I'm gonna take a despair because I need some, actually, weirdly enough.
Perfect. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And as I already mentioned, if you want to ask people questions, we have a Q&A form that you can fill out. Ask us your burning questions and all the spoilers, and we can tease you with not actual answers of said spoilers. But other than that, we do have content warnings, base setting of IS. It contains mature themes that might not be suitable for everybody. Game-specific ones include mental emotional manipulation and abuse, memory loss, body modifications, horror, generational trauma, diaspora, and the aftermath of war. Okay. We got a lot of stuff to get through today. Who wants to go first? I see nose goes.
Yes, I'll go.
All right.
Pemda says P is first.
All
How
right.
does that even apply here? Do we even have the rest of the
I
letters?
don't know. Peri's
We've only got
parentheses?
Just Peri parentheses.
Peri parentheses.
There you go.
All right. Hi, Peri. How you doing?
Oh,
I remembered today. I've got a card.
Yeah, you did.
On the Silver Sun, I've pulled the Fleeting Moment, Mysteries, Rats, Mirrors, and Stone. Value of 1, meanings lost time, elusiveness, agility, and reaction. Indigo magic is enhanced and gray is hindered. So, Peri, you have been working on your advancement to 3rd degree Weaver. In order to advance, you need to train a Weaver of a lesser degree for a month. Remind me how you met your pupil, because I can't remember.
Yeah. So, the gallery that Peri's, I'm not sure I mentioned this actually. So Peri's Weaver cell runs an art gallery because based off of products they create based off of memories either brought to them for commissions or that they find out in the wild in life in general. So they make art out of memories, and one Beasley passing through was interested in learning more about the cell and about weaving in general. And so after asking to learn under Perry's cell, the leader of the cell was like, okay, who wants to? And Perry said, I do. And so that is how she was introduced to Dom.
Yeah. Well, I'm just making a quick note about Dom's appearance because I did not put that last little note that we were talking about in my document. All right. So Dom was interested, short for Dominique Kent. She is a fairly new Vizsla, wanting to join a cell, and she came across y'all's gallery in the Palindrome and was just like, hey, I love what you do. I also am an artist. She proceeds to tell you that they blow glass. And I'm interested in joining a Weaver cell. Yours sounds great. Can I join? Etc. etc. Where do y'all meet? What is this? Where do y'all meet for the very first time to start training?
I think an ideal meeting place to start with would probably be at the gallery after hours. Just as a place that they're familiar with, and then as they go, they can figure out like, oh, okay, actually, you can come over to my place. Perry's like, you can come over to my place, or if you want to work in a more open area, depending on. She explains like what weaving is and how aggregates kind of work, how you kind of learn and find what works best for you magic wise. They can, based off of whatever aggregates that Dom sort of gravitates to, they can decide, okay, this is one better learned side or better learned contained or things like that.
Yeah, so when you meet Dom for the first time, she is a young Black woman, probably like very young, just turned adult, like somewhere in the 18 to 20 range, about your height, medium brown skin, and her hair is in cornrows that go down to goddess braids, which end are like a dark forest green. She's got these very baggy torn denim pants, oversized shirt, and an eyebrow and lip piercing, topped off with combat boots. And she visits you for the first time, like on a less professional meeting from the compared to the actual gallery. And she's basically taking a look around first. Hands are in her pockets, like looking at. Do you take her back to the like rooms as well, like where everybody's work in progresses are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Enthralled. Very interested. And like even makes a couple comments, and like especially I know you have at least one glass blower in the cell already. Looking at their setup, their kiln, et cetera, as well.
Yeah, I think Peri would be like, yeah, and if you want to talk with, oh my gosh, I've never given them a name.
We'll give him a name later. It's fine.
Yeah, if you ever want to talk with him about more glassblowing projects or like collaborations, you guys can do that after we are done with getting you initiated.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm sorry I forgot to mention this when we first talked, but I'm only available like a couple times during the week. So I'm available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and like every other Sunday.
Yeah, that works for me. Are you good with mornings on those days?
Oh yeah, I might not be coherent, but I can do Monday. I can do mornings.
We can also move to afternoons if that works better.
No, it's fine. I should honestly try and get up more often. Early, so.
Yeah. I get not everyone's a morning person. Carrie cannot relate as a morning person.
So yeah, aggregates, I guess.
Okay, so weaving is fun in that it's pretty individualistic. It's really more about what you want to bring forth with your magic. What feelings or sensations or concepts really speak to you. Not a lot of other orders kind of like how unspecific that is, but I think for artists it really works well in terms of how flexible we already are with our artworks in general.
My
Think of
mom
it
was a
kind of,
Vance, so I get it.
yeah. So my dad was a maker, so he actually kind of got it a bit more than some other orders would have.
No. My brother is a maker, so I get that too.
Yeah, honestly, it's really cool how those two can kind of come together a bit more easily. But so what makes you interested in weaving in general?
This is either going to be annoying an answer or one that makes perfect sense. It just feels right.
That's the right answer. I think that's the right answer for all magic in general, because if that method of casting doesn't work for you, then why are you doing it?
Exactly. God, imagine being forced into a type of magic that you don't want to do.
Exactly. Like, who? I don't think that would ever, I can't imagine how that would work. How you could learn something that you don't love.
Right.
Okay. So I think we should start with, what does magic feel like to you? When you think of magic, what comes to mind in terms of what you imagine and what you feel?
I was talking to one of your other cell members before I introduced to you, and like they were trying to give me the whole like thing on like what kind of concepts weavers work on, and I've been thinking about this on and off. And it's really hard to like narrow it down because I know I can only focus on so much at once. I can't learn everything all at once.
There's so many options and it's so hard to focus on something.
But I'm really, in general, leaning towards like the dichotomy of like strong emotions.
Okay.
So like freedom. And then hate.
No, yeah.
I need to funnel that. I got some of that and I gotta funnel it somewhere.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Actually, hate was an aggregate I plan on working on soon, so I totally understand where that comes from.
Maybe we can work together.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
all right.
So how do I start the weaving?
So this is going to sound maybe a little silly, maybe a little cliche. I like to start with meditation. To fully visualize and tap into what comprises those feelings. So I already know freedom, so we can start with that. And I think that's one better started with outside.
Okay.
So yeah, Peri will bring them out into, they'll find an area, probably maybe like a park or something, if there is one in the palindrome, that something that is an open area space.
There are absolutely art installations in the parks.
Right, beautiful, awesome. See, that makes so much sense because, and I think it becomes a matter for the first like lesson or two of, again, like visualization, getting in touch with what, how like they're like guided meditation sessions, and so help you like inspire more creative outlets and visualize ideas and stuff like that and concepts. I think that's what Peri's going for with them for that, until you can sort of define for yourself what defines freedom to you.
And I think
until you can actually grasp it.
And I think, as you said with the first couple sessions, because Dom is going to be a first degree weaver when you're done teaching her. So a lot of these first couple sessions is just like learning how to grasp at that thread, because you can't do anything with a single thread. You have to have both of them before you can actually weave something together. So it's learning how to grasp a thread of freedom and grasp a thread of hate and narrowing down the aspects of those so you can competently weave them together with whatever effect you have in mind. And you're not meeting every day, so it's probably the end of your 6th session of like the 2nd week, because she told you she can't be here like every single day, where she's getting it and starting to try to do like small effects.
Yeah, and I think once Peri sees that they're once they've got like the idea of it and are starting to try to grasp it, she'll demonstrate with a couple of spells that she knows, weaving freedom with it to sort of give them a better idea of like how to actually see it, grasp it, and weave it, for lack of a better term.
During your session, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, also, I think when they eventually start moving towards hate, break rooms.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rage rooms.
Yes, rage rooms.
And absolutely. But let's be realistic here. You all, never included, use the rage rooms for rage rooms first before actually doing any magic.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are fully there for the catharsis that is freely wreaking havoc and destruction on a place without consequence.
Oh yeah. Never and Dom actually get along pretty well. I wouldn't call it a friendship, but definitely like their interactions definitely started off with Never being a little menace, like poking at the facial jewelry, cause shiny.
Shinies.
Very shinies. And every once in a while, you see Never staring oddly at Dom and like crooking her head back and forth.
Everything okay there?
If you ask her, she's just like, nothing's bad. I can't put my finger on it. Dom is weird.
But not a bad kind of weird.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is actuality, so
yeah.
Okay.
I
bet if
just
maybe they'll explain sometime.
She just seems like more TM.
More TM.
Overfull. Like when your brother has dropped like alcohol in a beer.
The overflowing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't get it.
Okay. Sake bomb. Anyway, but yes, that's something. I don't know what to make with that.
But I like her.
So do I. She's fun. She'll get this. She'll be a natural at this in no time.
And as well as like trading with you, Dom also works with other people in the spell, especially your other glassblower. A lot of natural talent, knows already the basics and is already a budding artist. But as anyone who does any of the arts, there's always room for improvement in trying something new. As like the month, or maybe even probably closer to 5 weeks, it just says at least a month in the
yeah, considering the amount of time, I think this started about 6 weeks ago, so I imagine it took about the full 6 weeks, considering the scheduling.
Yeah, the scheduling issue.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the month, what is this looking like for her, but also for you? Because training of Islay is also a signal. It's like also training for you. Like it's teaching you how to be a good teacher, explaining concepts, and learning new things on your own.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps Peri because she's never had to explain in such detail what weaving is to someone that doesn't already know.
Yeah.
Especially, and as well as reevaluating how to explain it for someone that might, like, the way what works for her might not really click with someone else, and figuring out how to re-explain it until we both are on the same page and grasp it. So I think she does spend a lot of time with I think it actually helps pitching things to Never to in her free time. Like, hey, does this make sense to you as someone that doesn't use magic? And to help her like figure out, okay, maybe I need a different way to explain it because she doesn't because this is Dom's first foray into like more formal magical teachings.
Absolutely. Because as you
And I
know,
think it does
before
also
you join a Weaver cell, you're just kind of like raw forcing it for sortilege.
yeah. Yeah, just forcing with it.
And by the end of like the 6 weeks, you determine that and tell everybody else in the cell, especially the leader of your cell, who I actually haven't named yet or determined either. It's fine. That Dom is a model student, I'm assuming. I don't know. This is my NPC. I say she's a model student. Why not?
Hell yeah. Agreed.
Ready, knows the basics, has grabbed both of her threads, and is a good beginner first degree and can move that step from, what was it, initiates? I always forget, to first degree. And since you have also done the work and training, you can go from second to third. And it's kind of like a joint ceremony for the two of you, basically. It's very informal.
Yeah, it's basically just like a private cocktail party inside the gallery.
Yeah, basically. Someone brings drinks, charcuterie boards, store-bought cookies, soda.
Yes. a bit of like almost potluck and also like potluck, but also alcohol and also fancy snacks.
Everything, whatever people want to do.
Exactly, because it's just about celebrating. It's just about like, yay, you did it.
Is there anything else you want to talk about or mention or talk to anyone during this time?
I think she'll want to at the party just check in with Wednesday and Ianthe if she brought Ianthe, because Ianthe's often there.
This is a specifically your cell type of situation.
Okay, so yeah, so cell internal. Yeah, cool. And just be like, just say I hope things are better with Ianthe. I hope she's doing better lately because I know that all that stress before was really weighing on her, on both of you guys. So
okay, so this is timeline wise. This is literally right before, like, this is at the very end of downtime.
Yes.
Ianthe's doing very good, actually. Have you talked to Kairos at all?
Not really. I plan to. We just had things are a bit weird right now between us.
Well, let's just say her stress has almost completely disappeared. Good things are happening.
Oh, that's great. Wow, I'm so glad to hear that. I guess that means things are going well with them. Wow, it's such a relief to hear.
Well, I think there's the sibling thing is working on, but like our other stressors have
decreased.
The other things that were stressing her out are just normal stress now, like work. And,
oh, good. Hey,
therapy's going well for her. So yeah.
Therapy saves lives. Can't get enough of it. Anyway, but yeah.
And you would have learned this like maybe like 2 weeks ago at this point that their moving plans are on hold.
Yeah, the pause. The for sale sign has been taken down for the time being, and all right. So as long as they're good, then Peri is happy to hear it.
And she brought Poppy today, her little
yes!
this
Poppy!
old lady.
Poppy!
Who literally just lays down and sleeps half the time while at the meetings.
All she has to do is just lay there and get scritches and treats.
All right.
Yes.
Anything else?
Nope. Good vibes only.
Good vibes only. All right. Are we doing nose goes again, or what are we doing? Who would like to go?
Figure out what the rest of your PEMDOS means, I guess.
I already did. It's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Sorry.
Asher might.
Sorry
have
about
to...
that. I did not see
Yeah.
that. No, that's
have
no
to
problem. We're going to take a super quick
unexpectedly.
break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Bye. Hello, everybody. Sorry for that. We are back from our quick break. Asher had to unexpectedly dip. We love him, and we will see him next week. Okay, we have returned. What? Who would like to go next?
I think I'm going based on the math that has spelled itself out.
Okay, cool. We can do that. Adrienne,
Yes.
if I recall correctly, you want to go talk with a lawyer.
Yeah, I need to interview some lawyers to help my grandma get her story back.
I know that you were given at least 2 options and like areas to look for more.
Yeah.
Who do you want to go talk to?
I want to talk to both of them. I want to see what my options are. So I'm going to speak with the one that I know first. I think her name is Dara Avalon.
Yeah, Dara Avalon.
So we'll speak to her first.
I'm going to pull a card.
Okay.
Just so you know, these are going to be consultations. You will have to pay some money.
That's fine. I just got some money, so I can pay.
Cool. For this, I have pulled the tyrannical clock, value of 6, notions, cats, clocks, and win, meanings oppression, time, countdown, schedule, and repetition. Invisible magic is enhanced. So let me just try and find them. Dara, not Dara Dame, it's the other Dara.
Avalon.
I perked up at Dara. I'm like, wait, is Dara a lawyer?
No, your Dara
And
is
doing
not.
crime?
Hey.
What?
I mean,
Tell that
the
to
best
Daredevil.
way
Cover!
Oh,
it's the best way to understand how to get
It's-
around the law.
the whole
It's method.
plot of Daredevil.
So,
That too.
Tis.
both of the lawyers that you want to meet are in the Strange Glass District. You have a meeting with
Okay.
Dara Avalon, and then later, afterwards, you have a meeting with the lawyer that Kairos suggested to you, or at least knows of.
Yes.
So, Dara Avalon works at a small office. It is very lushly decorated with a lot of plants. I'm talking like ivy walls, gives more vibe of a jungle than an office.
Okay.
You are brought in, you are offered some water or coffee or tea by the assistant until your Dara is ready to see you.
Okay. Sounds great. I sit and wait. I might have asked. I will offer Grandma to come along if she wants to, because this is really her, like, her stuff. If she's free and available, she doesn't have to be.
I think she would come with you about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
She has copies of the documents and basically will come in.
Okay.
At some point, maybe like you're only waiting like between 5 and 10 minutes, very close to on time. You are welcomed into Dara Avalon's office, which between the still lushly furnished walls of plants and maybe a tree growing out of the floor, there's a
Okay.
lot of bookshelves, law books, filing cabinets, and you meet the lawyer Dara Avalon, and they're not human.
Okay. That's fine.
So they look like a lion-like creature with
Okay.
blue skin and like grass and flowers growing out of their hair. I will post a
Okay.
picture of them in chat because I think they are freaking gorgeous. She is standing on her 2 feet, looking at some of the books on the top shelf as you come in. And when you both enter, there is a very toothy smile as she motions with one paw to her 2 seats. Hi, you must be Adrienne, correct?
Yes, hi, it is a pleasure to meet you, and this is my grandmother, Lily.
Nice to meet you. What can I help you with today? I understand this is just a consultation. You're looking for legal advice, representation, and she'll eventually like
Yes.
sit down on the chair.
Yes, exactly what you said. We are looking for legal representation to see if we have even a case for my grandmother, actually. You see, before we were sequestered away to Shadow, my grandmother owned a store in the Celestial Bazaar
Mm-hmm.
with
She's taking
her
notes.
apprentice at the time. And through some loopholes, it seems, the apprentice was able to take this store from her. And I was wondering if there was any possible case left for us to either appeal and get the store back or somehow prove that they are not worthy or of having that space for themselves or find some kind of I don't know, uh, what is it called? No, recompense is not the word, but you know, uh, repayment back in some way, shape, or form.
Do you have the contract with you?
I turn to my grandma because
Yes.
I don't know if I do.
She has a binder full of everything, and she will hand it over to Dara Avalon. Um, her, like the grass in her hair kind of like moves and like unfolds like some glasses that are hiding in there and just like perch on the edge of her snout as she begins to browse and look over the document. The first thing that you notice is there is a small tightening of her eyes as
Hmm.
she sees the letterhead on who drafted up this contract.
Yes. The moment I see that, I just go, yes. So this person, this apprentice, was represented by Alicia Bunt, who I have come to understand is well known for representing certain circles.
Yes, it is an open secret here that her and her colleagues represent the revelation in the hollows. Um, I don't think this would mean anything to you. But
Not
you,
really.
no, that was just, sorry, that was above table, but you hear
Oh, okay.
your grandmother like bring in a hiss of ooh. This
Okay.
is her first time hearing that.
Okay. What does
The
Alicia?
revelation.
The revelation. Okay.
Your grandmother will turn to you. The revelation is a well-known crime syndicate in Sattery.
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah. So I'm looking at Alicia Bunt's level and um, Dara Avalon's level. They're off by 1.
Okay.
Alicia is
Cool.
level 8 in law, and Dara is level 7 in law.
Cool. That's fine.
It's fine. But she's looking through everything, going through all the documents. It looks like it's a very like cursory glance, doing the best she can with the time allotted. I don't think you have a case, but let me ask some follow-up questions. She looks at you and your grandmother. Did you sign this in sound health and mind? And she nods. And then she turns like back to the two of you to explain. If this contract wasn't signed in good health and mind, there could be a case against that of taking advantage of your grandmother. If you won that, if that was the case and you won that, there would be other problems to deal with. But since your grandmother has confirmed she was in her right mind when signing this contract, the paperwork is there. She had every opportunity to read it. It's case closed. This is a well-written contract with everything lined out clearly.
Got it.
You could bring it to court. nothing is stopping you from hiring me or another lawyer to serve papers to, she looks at the note, Scipio Monti. But a judge will probably throw the case out, or it'll just be a waste of time. Now,
Understood.
I'm sorry I can't help you with this. If, like, the deed was missing, then this would no longer be a valid contract, or there's really not much that I can do. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Thank you for taking a look at this. I just needed to know in the first place what we had really facing us.
I'm sorry that Alicia and her cohorts were involved in the making of this.
I appreciate your sympathy and empathy. I don't recall any of this. I'm more here for my grandmother than anything else. And I say, if there's nothing else we can do, not even, claiming it to be, I don't know, sacred ground of some sort, then I guess we've used up enough of your time.
Like I said, if you wanted to try and do it, it would probably just be drawn out. But I don't think it would be a winning case.
I don't think I would like to waste your time or my money trying
understand.
to do that. But I appreciate it. Adrienne says that they kind of like tightened their jaw a little bit, but they do note the little comment you made about if the deed was missing.
Your grandmother
could be
is
done.
squeezing your hand, by the way. It's just like comfortingly.
Adrienne squeezes back a little too tightly in their anger that they're trying to like suppress. They pay whatever the fee is.
10 crystal.
And they thank Dara for their time, and they still want to see the other lawyer to see what I think her name is, or their name, I can't remember.
I'm double checking the name. Niaboa Curtin.
Yes. We would like to still see them. I'll turn to my grandmother and say, I already haven't. I know Dara just said it's a closed case, but we already have another appointment and it's already scheduled. I'm willing to still see if there's...
are always good to have.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go. And I kind of like take her to where Niaboa
Yeah,
is.
Niaboa Curtin. Curtan.
Cool.
I can't tell if this art is for this NPC or someone else. I have a feeling it's for the other NPC, but they look cool, so I think I'm going to keep this as Niaboa's appearance. I pulled another card on the Blue Sun. I have pulled the Questing Knight. Value of 5 Vision Swans, Blades, and Water, meanings Justice, Journey of Determination, Achieving Goals. This is an apprentice card, so -1 to empaths.
Cool.
I will say, by the way, the payment was done before you went to go see her, so like the front desk would have handled it. And that's
Cool.
the same thing at these law offices. The major difference is between Dara and Niaboa's, her consultation fee is 50 crystal.
Yeah, I expected so. Cool. I thought it would be more expensive. Yeah, it's good. I'll pay it.
So yeah, you and your grandmother are ushered in, invited inside to meet Niaboa. Still very prompt. And you are eventually called into her office, where sitting behind a desk is a fairly androgynous figure in I don't know how to explain this. It looks like they're wearing a crinoline with like the hoops, right? Like a hoop skirt, under which are, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 spiders' legs, a
Okay.
black shirt. I'm just gonna post this picture because
Okay.
I'm
You're good.
concerned. But I guess when you have changery money, you do what you want.
You literally describe what it is. It's a hoop skirt, and underneath it, spider legs.
That's a body form in a hoop in in a hoop skirt. Yeah,
That is basically what
that's
it is.
that's a mannequin and a body form in a hoop skirt
Yeah,
Mhm.
it really is.
with spider legs.
LD says smash. LD, I'm gonna post this to the Tin public chat so you can look at it.
It's the face that's getting me more than the spider legs, honestly.
It's too much wiring. Too
All
much wiring.
bad, actually. Like, all of it. Nope.
I feel like they look like they feel like the texture of their skin would be waxy.
Ugh.
I don't like it.
LD stands
I
by
don't
what
like
she
it
said.
either.
I saw that stand by. Well, okay. You know what, LD, and this is why you do the monster fucking show.
Oh.
Hey everybody, we over at Sword and Key have a podcast called Monster Crush, where you can kiss every monster at least once.
Exactly. Exactly. No discrimination.
Do not yuck someone else's yum, as long as no one's getting non-consensually harmed.
Correct.
I will yuck this art. I'm sorry.
She is not as inviting and as warm as Dara, but she, with a very serious, no nonsense face, looks at you and your grandmother and is like, "Good afternoon. My name is Niabo Curtin. What can I do for you today?"
Hi. Yes. I'm here on behalf of my grandmother. Before we went to Shadow, my grandmother owned a forge in the Celestial Bazaar. And through some representation, her apprentice somehow was able to take the store from her. And we want to know if there's any sort of case in which we could take it back, or at least get paid for the store in which was taken from her. My grandma
Preferably
has...
getting it back, your grandmother interjects. I don't particularly care about the loss of income.
Yes, mainly that part. We brought you the files here to see.
Yeah, her hands are just like, gimme, and then she looks down at everything and like begins the same process, like doing her lawyerly duties, flipping through the paperwork, looking.
Yeah.
You got yourself in a little bit of a pickle.
Yes, unfortunately.
I'm going to be blunt. I think this is a waste of a case, both for you and for me, because it's pretty ironclad.
Okay. There is no possible way to fight for or change the deed or change what this land is or space is, so that maybe even, I don't know, this Scipiamonte might not be able to own it himself.
So above table, Niabo Curtin's level in terms of law stuff is one higher than Alicia Bunt.
Oh, okay, cool.
She flips to a couple pages at some point and like points to like some subclause. There is one small piece of information here that you might have a case on, but it has to do with time owned, how long your grandmother was away, but it would be very difficult to try and fight it.
Okay.
It would be an uphill battle. But that's
Okay.
the only piece of information that I see written in the contract where you might have a case.
I see. I was also informed that if a deed was missing, that this case might not even stand anymore. Is that true?
Absolutely. If you or someone you hired stole the deed, this contract would be moot.
Understood. How much of an uphill battle would it be to try and argue the case that you presented first?
More effort than I would be willing to put in for something this caliber.
But would you be able to win it?
Make me a persuasion check, because this is kind of getting on along the lines of like baiting her.
I know what I'm doing. I heard that she has an ego. I need to spend an interaction because I already have a -1.
She's
and
level
then
7.
I need to spend a sortilege because I can't afford.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna do some magic with it. I don't think I have any spells that like convince people like others do.
So she's a
that's
level
really-
6 plus 1 social interaction. So you need to beat a level 7.
Okay. I'm just gonna okay. So that's the heavy one's the magic die. Okay. Come on, let's go, baby. Oh, okay. That's a 9 and an 8. So a 9 on the magic die.
Okay. What kind of magic were you doing to push this little taunt home?
I think it's the thing that I've seen Rowan do a few times. Every time he approaches somebody first and he wants to like appeal to them, whether it's with Peri's brother or even with the Shadowbringer Hound, there was something to lure them out of what they like. But in this case, I am pushing towards a thing that is more, instead of what she loves, more aggressive in its intimidation. And so as I say the question, like, but can you win it? Something in my voice kind of changes. And I think that's where the magic is. The kind of like ocean in my eye churns a little bit, and like waves kind of crash against the rock as it kind of echoes out and meets and poses a challenge to her to come and meet it.
As soon as you ask her that, she like looks at you and raises an eyebrow. Of course I can win it.
Okay. Then maybe it is worth your while. If I can pay for it.
She looks at you. She looks at your grandmother. Gives you like a very visual like up and down. Can you afford my services?
I
Above
look at my
her services would be the equivalent in the key of high skill employee service, which is 50 crystal orbs per week.
This is everything to my grandmother, and it's everything to me. It's the only thing she has left. And I just meet her gaze and I say, absolutely.
Remind me above table, how much is your income per week?
It's 60. So
Okay.
I'm gonna be spending all of my money on this.
Your grandmother
Can I do a teeny interjection on that? Because like just saying so gives their money away, and they've given plenty to the Hollows. I think they would have told their friend, or at least implied, because they said they want to help their friends. Their money's yours if you need it for anything.
Oh,
they don't spend their own money.
That's very sweet. I might hit you up on that, maybe.
Your grandmother gives you a small nod, and like in her gaze, you can say, I can help with this too. This is my store.
We are willing to pay any amount. This place is special and sacred to us, and I will not let this man, who, in my own opinion, isn't good at his job, own it.
All right. She reaches over and holds out one hand to you both.
I stand and I reach across and I shake her hand really firmly, and I meet her in the eye and I say, it is a pleasure to work with you, and your reputation precedes you, and I am glad for that.
I know. I'll get you this case. I'll get you this place back.
Thank you. I already paid for the money. Yeah, I look at my grandma and I say, we're gonna get it back. Don't worry. And we begin to head out.
I did just look at how much it would be cost for the services per week, so actually change what you paid her for consultation to 25.
Okay, so I get 25 back because I paid
Yeah.
50 already.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
All right. When you leave the offices, which, by the way, I just saw this. The office building is a glistening structure of silver and glass, standing 20 stories.
Perfect. It's basically law firm, fancy law firm in New York.
Yeah, basically. Your grandmother lets out a breath that she was holding in. Okay.
We got this. We're gonna do this. I know it's a lot of money, but it's worth it because this is our home.
Yeah. Nyabo would have said that at a later date she would have want your grandmother to come back to further discuss everything. As well.
Cool. Yeah.
Probably looking to getting more papers, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But that is another day type of thing.
That is another day, and I don't have to steal the deed anymore. Thank God.
Are you sure you don't want to steal the deed?
I could, but I know.
You also
I know.
must remember, this isn't just a legal case. You are also dealing with the mob.
A mob.
That's true.
A mob.
That's true.
I'm just saying, we're all happy to pay for the lawyer, but you know so many thieves too. So like,
I know so many thieves. We're gonna play.
But for your safety, it might be better to steal a deed.
We're gonna play ball first. If they want to play like legal ball, we'll play legal ball, and then if that falls through, we'll meet it where it meets it.
Now during like between season downtime, I have to figure out how to do a legal battle in game. And
I'm so sorry.
No. And 2, I have a lawyer friend who loves nothing more to talk about.
I was gonna say, what is being friends with Val for?
Exactly. And he loves nothing more to talk about legal stuff that has nothing to do with his job.
Wonderful. I can't wait.
Valiant Dorian, I will be in your DMs.
Help me, Val. Help me win this case. Thanks.
You just bring them on as an NPC.
Listen.
Just bring them on to play the lawyer.
Listen, I've already pitched it. You think I'm joking, but I'm not.
Actually, can you just play the judge in this case? And
Yes, I would love that.
All right. We can probably do one small scene before we go to break. Did we want to?
Whose turn is it?
I don't know. It's not in any specific order, so I don't know.
1 or 2, flip a coin.
I'm guessing just looking over the church is pretty short. Unless
no,
you
it
have a
is
short
not.
one you'd like to do. Never mind, it's not. I'm wrong. I read it wrong.
The church will not be short. My suggestion is maybe Kairos and Peri or Kairos and Adrienne.
I can do either or, yeah. As all the other shit I have going on is not short.
Yeah.
Either one, it doesn't matter to me.
Seth, which one do you want to do?
I think let's do Peri.
All right.
PEMDAS still holds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When in doubt, refer back to the formula.
We're never gonna catch a fucking break.
Sorry.
So Peri.
I just figured, like, you were literally just talking to Wednesday about it, so, like, it makes sense.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
So, Peri, how do you bring this up?
I think I honestly, it'll probably be, like, the day after the party, since she did bring it up, and she's like, yeah, it's been like, a month and a half now. And so, she will send, because we have that spell now, and I don't have to spend crystal to do it, she's gonna send Kairos a whisper net message and say, Hey, can we meet up and talk?
Oh God, the worst thing to say to someone. Can we talk?
Yeah, someone who's like in therapy for their multiple things that are like going wrong in their life and trying to kill them. Yes.
Also, very important question, Peri. How far in the downtime do you send this message?
That is important.
I think it'd probably be near the end of the last week since this is right after the advancement party.
Cool. This is fine.
I don't know what I've done.
It's fine. It's fine. Not my problem. I'm not in this scene. Go.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, you get a reply. It maybe takes a little bit, but I think that he's just like, sure, the equivalent of like a smiley emoji, and is like, can meet you somewhere, do you want to come over? Either or.
I think. Ooh, you know what? I think Peri would propose. I don't know if we ever named the place, but there was one downtime a month or two ago, where Peri went with Rowan to this like bird cafe.
I don't know if we've named it.
I don't think
we
named it.
did either.
Yes, so either that or like a cat cafe or something. So we're nice and chill.
Yeah, depends on if Ruby's gonna tag along or not, which I would think she probably would.
She will.
Yeah.
I think if you give him the option, he would just let Ruby pick. I don't think he has a preference. Do you want to be around other cats?
No, not really. Regular cats are too dumb.
That's so valid. Then let's go to the bird cafe. Can I interest you in a new look before we go? Are you sure?
Are you going to try casting it anyway?
Are you asking me above table?
Yeah. Yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely I am.
All right. I did check my notes. Ruby is level 6. What level is this? This is a level 3 ability.
It is.
So you need a 3 or higher.
Okay. I'm not using Sortilege. I'm just going to roll it, see what happens. That's a 7.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll describe it when we get there.
That's fine. She is so annoyed at you.
Good.
She claws very tightly into your shoulder.
Oh, so good. Yeah, does Peri arrive first or does Kairos arrive first? I don't know where this place is.
Peri would probably arrive first.
Okay, cool. So when Kairos walks in, you see him walk in, sleeves rolled down, wearing the glove that he commissioned from you. And on his shoulder is a very fluffy, pure white cat.
Which is growling quietly.
He's just growling quietly, yes. And he'll just kind of like...
Never starts laughing.
Peri was holding one of these, like, the birds themselves, they are like full-on birds. They're just like bird heads with legs. Think like Angry Birds almost.
Oh,
where
this
they just
thing.
have the bird.
When it eats once, it dies.
Yes, if it's, yeah.
Oh, those little guys. Yeah. I wish I was one.
Right? So, yeah, she's holding one of the little guys like on the table, and then she looks up and she's like,
Do not say
You've
a word.
Met Ruby.
It's very becoming.
Isn't she gorgeous?
It's very cute.
You said it when she was orange, also a very good look for her. She makes a very, very good ginger.
Every color works. It's great. It's awesome. She's trying so hard not to laugh, even as Never is cackling uncontrollably.
Kairos is also cackling that he's managed to get this over on her twice now. It's a new party
Peri
trick.
feels bad. Oh, okay. Does it wear off? She doesn't seem to like it.
Yeah, it's just until the next sunset. She'll be fine. Yay. She just doesn't like she doesn't like any of the makeovers that I've given her. I can't imagine why. I think she looks great.
See, that's why Never and I get along. She loves dressing up in makeovers with me.
Do you want a new look, Never?
Not right now.
Okay.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Thanks for the invite. He'll kind of like sit down and look interestedly at. What are those things called? They have a silly name.
I don't remember.
I don't remember what they're called either.
I don't remember. Whatever.
You only sent a picture of them in chat. Like you gave us like a few options of animals, and then and then there's also this thing, and I was like, oh, we love that thing.
Yeah, they're adorable. I love them so much. He's just kind of looking at them. I imagine they kind of like, they hop around, peck at their part of their 10 billion calorie snake meal, and then maybe some of them like flop over with like the weight of all the food in their tummy and like roll a little bit before getting back up and eating more. And they're all very cute and silly.
Yes.
So I have never been here. I don't know why. These things are very cute.
Oh yeah, I love trying to find and visit different like animal or creature themed cafes. I think they're really fun. I came here with Rowan a while ago.
Oh, I'm spending my time going to the wrong places then, because I am just so taken still with the idea of Shadow's cat cafes that I didn't even think about. There probably are other creature cafes around.
Yeah, see, I was thinking about the cat cafes in Shadow, and then that's what got me not long after I got back thinking about, like, I'm sure there's got to be equivalents in actuality.
It's called a Kyako.
Kyako, that's right.
Kyako! Yay!
Adorable.
And then Kyako is almost similar to cat phonetically, so that's about like the next natural place to check out.
I hope to fuck there are no spider moth cafes.
I feel like that would become a liability after they grow to a certain point. Plus, I don't think they like to be like directly in the middle of people. They're more like on the outskirts of civilization. From what I remember about them.
Well, I mean, the one that we found lives there forever now. So hopefully you're right, and they just don't try to tame them or anything. I don't enjoy them. Look at it! It's so cute. Love it.
Yes. So yes. Well, after they both spent time gushing at the Kyakos for a little bit, Peri will and probably order like drinks. Peri probably gets like a bubble tea or something, and she'll be like, so. I kind of wanted to clear the air after the whole bonfire thing. I wanted to start with saying sorry about how I kind of reacted that night.
I don't really need an apology because the way that I presented all of that information was really shitty. I wish that I could go back and not dump all of that on people who I consider to be friends, but I can't. So I am sorry, and I think that it was very unnecessarily kind of you to offer your help between Anthe and I despite that happening. So, you didn't have to do that. You did it anyways. I owe you more than you know.
Kairos,
I
noticed from Never looking at you very proudly from Peri's shoulder.
She's like, I see therapy.
I know.
But yeah, Peri said, no, listen, like I've been saying, I wanted to do that. I do individually each of you, and I'm glad that things sound like they're getting better. But even so, I don't like how I react to things sometimes. And I've noticed that we tend to have like this weird like back and forth in terms of how well we're getting along at any given moment. And I kind of want to figure out why that keeps happening. Because I do like it when we get along, and I do want to be there for you as a friend and not always end up in this weird space with you. And I just was hoping that maybe we could try to figure out what it is about us that keeps grinding weird.
I think Kairos like finds a way to like kick up his feet. Like he's very relaxed for like the weight of the conversation. He's just like very, like, this is, like, weight off his shoulders territory, I think. Well, for my part, the answer is pretty simple. It's that my sister is a weaver, and I thought she was trying to kill me for a really long time. And I grew up thinking that the type of magic that my family does is not necessarily, like, superior to different types of magic, but I grew up watching them treat her a certain way, and I've never really thought about challenging the idea that other weavers are just as capable of handling certain things as a goetic might be. So that is, for my part, that's where that came from. I heard that your best friend is a demon, and I immediately assumed that that was not something that anybody else should be involved in, because clearly only goetics know how dangerous they are. Obviously, there's no room in between, right? That's not true. So I am currently working on trying to unlearn, I guess, the weird sort of innate superiority that comes with being a member of my family. And that's not an excuse. It's just a reason. And I am sorry that I was so egotistical as to voice those beliefs towards you. That was really fucking shitty. And I have to figure out a way to say the same thing to my sister at some point.
Okay, Peri definitely lets out like a long exhale, and also like her posture kind of like she leans back, relaxes a bit more into her chair and goes, "Well, apology accepted, and I appreciate that was a lot more candid and honest than I was expecting, and I really appreciate that. It does actually set a lot of it does actually kind of basically cover everything that I was kind of having issue with, I guess. That was really kind of grating on me every now and again. And I am glad to hear that you're making a conscious effort with it. So I think
I'm
as long
trying.
as that
I'm not perfect. But
well,
if
change doesn't happen overnight.
Well, if I fuck up again, like, please, tell me. I don't
Yeah,
want
Would
to
you
put it on
like me
you,
to
but
peck you?
no.
Okay.
But you can glare at me, I guess. I think Ruby would also probably, like, slap me or something like that.
Yes,
If I
yes,
start
I
to-
will.
I think Ruby currently wants to slap you. She's still glaring, by the way, like really hard.
That's why I'm not looking at her. She is just not come to terms with my new powers. He kind of like does like a fake hair flip. She can't handle it.
Okay. Yeah, I will definitely be a bit more straightforward if it feels like you're doing that thing again, because I like being able to communicate openly with people that I consider friends and or family. So, uh, but yeah, I do want us to get along because I think that when it does happen, it feels pretty cool and fun. And I think that it's a relationship worth salvaging if you feel it is.
I agree. I also know that communicating, ironically, is something that I am very, very bad at, considering, goetic.
Your smooth tongue.
Yeah, for somebody who is extraordinarily glib, as I've been told by many people, I'm really bad at communicating hard things. And I'm working on it. It sucks, and I don't like it, but I am really tired of dealing with things the way that I've been dealing with them. So, yeah, yes, I agree that this is worth salvaging. I think we
No.
tend to get along pretty well in general in a group.
No. No.
Hello,
No.
Natsu.
No.
Hi, Natsu. Yes,
No.
Natsu. Yes.
He was like creeping slowly closer towards my computer.
Never
Sounds
will
lovely.
take a hop and a couple flaps and go from Peri's shoulder to Kairos' other shoulder where Ruby is not. And Kairos, she'll do the same thing she did that one day. She'll like preen your hair for a split second. And she's just like, and like very quietly in your ear, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Never. I think he'll like raise a finger and like if she'll let him, he'll like stroke the feathers.
Yeah. She'll let
I
you.
imagine it's very soft.
Yes. And then she'll hop back over to Peri.
But yeah, okay. I am really glad that that's over with because wow, that's been so awkward lately.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Don't
Things
be.
in general have been crazy.
Listen. This is a whole like communication is also a two-way street, so I also could have brought it up at any point too. So like, I just wanted to do it when I wasn't feeling mean about it.
No, I'm glad you did it. I think that would have been like one thing too many on my plate. So I think that it just happened the way it needed to happen, and it's fine. I'm willing to call it water under the bridge.
Great. So while we're here, how about I tell you about all the other animal cafes I found in the area?
I will be making a mental list if there is anything. Yeah, no. I want to visit all of them, I think, actually. So I'll be taking notes. I'm ready.
All right.
All right.
And with that,
I think that's a good place to end it.
we are going to go to break, everybody. Hydrate, pet your pets, take your meds, and we'll be back soon. Bye! Hey, hello, everybody. We are back from break. Before we go back into having a lovely conversation and party with reminder, we will be doing a Q&A in 2 weeks, one weekend after the finale. The link is, I'm going to post it again super quick, but you can submit questions there if you want to have us answer things. I've been resisting the urge the entire time to do fuck, marry, kill questions.
Okay, but do it.
You
But
have
do
access
it.
to the Q&A forum. You do it.
Okay, fine.
No!
All right. Hello, everyone. So you finished construction on your house. I'm so happy.
I would argue the ants finished construction of the house.
They did. Let me just super quickly say the card before I forget. Inevitable cataclysm. I promise that there's going to be no cataclysm here. But value 4, vision, swans, blades, water, bad luck, endings, inevitability, breaking a relationship, gold magic is enhanced, silver is hindered. Empaths have a +1 to their bad ventures, though.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So, tell us about the construction. What does it look like? What has been changed? What has been updated? Because this took 6 weeks, I think.
It did. It was a long process. The salt tower now, it used to be ladders and scaffolding. It now has a gorgeous spiral staircase running up the entire tower, and there are little landings where people can basically people's place where they can sleep are places we cut into the walls and made little balconies, so people get to sleep underneath the sky. It's still bedrolls and hammocks. It's still very much being a part of a community, but people can have their own little spaces to enjoy the outside air at night. It's just also something Trout really likes, so now So likes it too. I made sure to put in a specific perch for the albatross now that she's been coming in to visit more often. There's a place for her if she wants to shelter in from the rain, and it's also very near where So sleeps. And I think, yeah, why not? We arced. I think the biggest change for So's portion of the tower, we'll get back to more describing it later. So likes to be kind of near the bottom, just being there to welcome people, but still has their own space. And they've made sure to position the compact mirror open directly next to their bed. I think they're trying to view a little piece of their face every night. They haven't looked fully on it. I see my cheek today. I've seen my nose today. Starting to put a picture together, and eventually we'll look fully into it. I think the decoration inside the tower has become a lot more we're trying to it's made of salt, hard to grow plants up it. But I think the idea is that people are decorating the ledges of the spiral staircase. We're having ivy climb up that. Everything is draped, raining flowers. Since it's so open air now, the wind is constantly making them sort of like waft back and forth. If there can be a little magic to it, I'd love it if they make little ringing bell chimey sounds every time the wind comes through. Just like, yeah, but they're flowers. And I think basically because the salt is very dyeable, the idea is if you want to paint something inside the tower, you can color the salt however you want to. Like, let's just make this a living piece of art and make it kind of a testament to everything we all individually find beautiful. Let's make it chaotic because beauty is chaos.
I keep forgetting to ask this, and if you haven't thought about it, I'm sorry because it's a loaded question. But has So like given a name to the church?
I think given where we're at with the church, where So is very much sort of said, I am not this church, we are this church. If it ever does have a name, I think it'll be something we all decide upon together.
Okay.
But So learned very recently and very fast in kind of a watershed moment that the wrong thing to do would be to be the sort of deity they were set up to be. That's actually where like sort of the fascism comes in. So they don't want to be that at all. They don't want to decide.
Upon the completion of the construction around the tower and maybe like a little bit like during these weeks of downtime that we've previously discussed, getting all the decorations up, somebody, maybe it was like a collective idea, let's have a celebration, let's have a party. And absolutely it is open to anybody who wants to come. That includes the PCs. But your Weaver Cell does tell you after this party, we just want to have a party, just the cell, to celebrate you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, So loves that, of course. I think they've been looking for a little bit more quiet time for introspection. Now a lot of big things have been done. The nightly bonfires have become a thing. Emmerich has been banished, and now we're kind of doing this big celebration of the church before we do a big, hopefully like district-wide celebration soon after this. So like I think now that So is not the deciding voice and has kind of been trying to make that clear to everyone in the church, they're sort of looking for their voice to be quieter outwardly because they want it to be very loud inwardly. They're kind of ready to kind of figure some things out for themselves instead. A little bit more of a personal journey. So they would love to go to a party with their found family.
Mm-hmm. The whole basis of a lot of what you've been like put forward for the church is a lot of community outreach, helping people, kindness, chaos is art is chaos, basically being a like beautiful shining force. And I will say before we go to the folks with your Weaver Cell, during like this party celebration with like the members and other folks in the Fartown neighborhood and community, him approaches you and first hands you just like a small flower, and there's like a small smile.
This feels very reminiscent of the day we met.
You're right. I also wanted to just say thank you.
I think I told you don't need to do that.
I might not need to, but I want to. I did a lot of bad things and was locked up for a long time. And putting joy and happiness and beauty into the world and what you have built here saved me. I would have still been hateful.
So takes their hands to what we have built here, and you saved me in kind.
Him will pull you into a hug.
It's a deep hug.
Yeah.
They're so happy to be with their friend.
And they'll like rest like the chin on your head and just like hug you tightly.
You know, in the beginning, you were very much listening to my voice. And I said a lot of things I don't believe anymore. And you were very patient with me while I could unlearn some things that were not serving me. And you in your wisdom taught me a lot about rallying against that which is ugly. To me. You know that I cannot continue being the loudest voice here. That I would like to be part of the many and not the one that the many follow.
Can I tell you how I look at it now? The church.
Please.
At the very start, yes, you were. You were a shining light, leading by example, but now all of us are stars shining in the sky and illuminating the way.
That is very beautiful. That is how I look at it too. With that wisdom, would your particular star be in want of my light if I needed to go away for a while?
You don't need to ask me that.
I do, because you're my friend. This has nothing to do with the church. I'm not going to go somewhere without at least telling you and inviting you along, if you wanted to.
Him pauses and thinks, I'm not opposed. Let me know when, where, and if it's a location I would like to visit for myself. I make no promises, but...
Come with me to visit the Red Wreathers. My friend Gotthold has offered to take me on a bit of a sojourn around Saturnine and just to see new things, meet new people. I can't get any sort of childhood back that was taken, and I've made a lot of peace with that, but I would like to know what growing up is. I would like to stop being so new. I would like to at least understand what it means to have my feet on the ground, and I think doing that with two of the people that mean just the most. There are so many people that matter to me, but you've been there, and you've seen a lot of things that I had to grow out of. If you want to come be a part of it, I would love to share that adventure with you. So when I go to see the Red Wreathers, I would like you to come with me. And we can plan it out from there.
Okay. I would like that.
Okay. Oh, good.
And they will, whenever you decide, whenever this small party is with just the Red Wreathers plus him, because you're the guest of honor, you can bring whoever you want.
Yeah.
Him will go with you.
I think so, of course, extends an invitation to the party. There are also people that have kept their feet on the ground, like anyone in the party that wants to come hang out with the Red Wreathers. That's a standing invite. But like one more quick thing they say to him, like, I want to discuss this with the Red Wreathers too, but I don't claim ownership or dominion over this place, but I do take its protection very seriously. I know there are people that do not want us to continue with what we are doing, and I think before we go, it would behoove us to make sure that there is adequate protection for this place and the people here who have trusted us with their safety.
I agree.
But we can work that all out together.
I agree. We can see what our options are.
Yes. I've drawn several pictures, and so has like a ton of pictures of like big things with halberds. Like it's like kind of shocking from them, like big, like muscly, like constructs. So I was kind of thinking this, and like we might need to consult some makers.
They nod, and I'm like, halberd's the superior weapon of choice.
They have reach. That's what I've understood from my training with Anzo. I cannot lift them.
I love pole arms. Mare loves pole arms so much.
Trout loves pole arms. So cannot lift a pole arm. They're lucky if they lift a knife.
Absolutely. You have this final conversation and you gather him. And does anyone else want to go to the Red Wreather party? Yeah. Okay. Big party.
Let's go hang out in this fridge.
If we're invited, definitely.
Absolutely. So it
Always,
is the party,
always, yes.
Plus the animal companions, and So has to lead everybody to the Red Wreathers. You are led by So basically through a junkyard. Adrienne has been through this song and dance already, but Kairos and Peri have not.
But you are basically led through a junkyard until you are brought to like a crooked freezer, and you walk in. It is ice on the walls, and at some point it turns into a snowy wood, where in the distance you see lights and come upon a log cabin. Very cozy looking. And you can see everybody has already arrived there. The rest of the Weaver cell.
Yeah, backfilling. I think every time So comes back here, they just like use one of the ice crystals from the fridge and write "I'm home" in the snow, mostly to remind themselves that this is true, this is real, and I can do this every time I come here.
Ruby is huddled very closely up against Kairos' head, because cold.
The long sleeves coming in handy. I think he like will kind of like have her like close to his chest where it's warmer as they arrive. Ruby is her normal coat colors
for now,
but he is on the way in trying to convince her into being a red tabby for red wreathers because it would fit the vibe of the party.
She ignores you and hops over, running over to the warm fire in the fireplace and plops down next to Cinders, the cat.
Yeah.
The regalest of cats, I assure you.
Hello. Oh, Cinders.
So calls in the door like, "Hello, family, I've brought more family."
Dara looks over from the kitchen, like wearing an apron and like taking pizza out of the oven. Good thing that I already made a lot. I have so much extra good. Thank goodness.
Kairos is bringing like a shit ton of eyeball dongo.
Perfect.
Good. I was gonna say that Peri was actually gonna bring like patties, like those like those puff pastries that are filled with like meat.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, sounds really good.
The taiyaki.
So is going to present Dara. So is going to present Dara with like a beautifully wrapped individual like lentil dumpling, which was the first thing they ever cooked for Dara, and they fucked it up and called it ugly and like lost their nerve, and they just like they kind of silently just hand it to Dara and smile.
They will hug.
I owed you something.
They will put one arm around you and a one-armed hug and like kiss the top of your head.
Yeah. Adrienne has brought a lot of marshmallows.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Are you sure this is
It's a party.
But are you like but you remember?
Yes,
like,
I do, but they don't, and I think they deserve this.
Okay.
They've been really good from every time
in
I come over,
moderation.
they've been pretty good about it.
Yeah, in moderation.
I guess we'll see.
What are you all talking about?
I have a gift for you.
Oh, you give me enough gifts. Goodness sake.
I think you will like this one. Just in moderation, slowly. And I present like a little bag of marshmallows.
These
it's
are
sweet.
called marshmallows. I don't recall if I've ever had these before.
You know, I think you might like them.
All right.
Before I forget...
It lasted a week, folks. Thanks, Adrienne.
5 weeks. Hey, it was 5 weeks, actually.
5 weeks. We've been really good. Yeah.
Before I forget, I wanted to say that Bessa has been looking so much better.
That's Lily's doing.
Lily has been coming over like on a consistent schedule. And you would know this because you visit often, that it is actually seeming to like decrease the fire inside of her the more like she comes over. So she's hoping by the end of the summer that it'll be all set.
I think I say this to Lily every time she comes over, but like, I haven't asked Adrienne, but you are a red wreather. Whatever we can do for you, you are family. Thank you for this.
She would have given you a hug in response every single time you say this.
I think just to themselves, like, grandmother hugs are so invigorating.
Adrienne has like basically taken out the equivalent of like party games So, what are some of them? Like Cards Against Humanity. We've got what's the one where you draw? It's like basically
Pictionary?
The one where you basically you have a word, you draw it, and you alternate back and forth, drawing and guessing what it is, and you basically go in a circle.
Is that not Pictionary?
I thought that was Pictionary.
No, I think it's something else, right?
Huh.
Well, I'm gonna text my husband.
News to me if it isn't.
I don't know.
What have I been doing with Pictionary?
No, literally. I'm like, have I been playing Pictionary wrong my
okay.
whole life?
I think Pictionary is like what all at once. I think you're describing something that like is
It's
alternating.
similar to Pictionary, but
Yeah.
it gets. I don't remember. Anyway, my husband will answer me at some point, and then I'll yell at all of you.
Pictomania? Cranium?
No.
Cranium.
He's typing. Husband is typing.
Mango, save us.
Mango, help me.
Save us, husband.
Anyway, telestrations.
Oh.
Sure.
Literally never heard of it. That sounds really fun, though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but you know the telephone game where you like whisper in everybody's ear, and like it's very different between the first and the last. Same concept, but drawing.
That sounds
Okay.
awesome.
Oh, so like someone starts a drawing with a thing in mind, and then someone else adds onto the drawing, thinking
No.
trying to
You draw. You see what it is. You start off with a thing,
And then you
draw,
describe it to the next person.
and then you actually hand it to them. It's a drawing pad. They look at the drawing and they try to guess what it is, and they write it down. And then you hand it to the next person, and then they draw the written thing, and it keeps alternating.
Oh, it's like
going-
garbage phone.
Oh,
It-
okay.
it's yes, it is.
Okay.
I love the idea that like Adrienne's passing out all these games, and like So just keeps getting like closer and closer to Adrienne. She's like, "But can we do the one where we're winking, and if you're winked at, you're dead?" It's my favorite one when you do the winking, and then if you're winked at, you have to fall over.
Sure, but the problem is that Bessa always wins.
I know, and also I do tend to shout out the name of the person who winks because I try to make it really dramatic. Like, "Oh no, Bessa, you've winked at me," but I think I could do better this time.
Which is hilarious because Bessa has a different cue because she can't wink. You don't
Yeah.
see her.
No, 100%.
We absolutely can. And basically, there's food, there's games, there's drinks, there's cat snuggles with a very singed cat, Cinders.
Can I ask where, like, what Gotthold's doing during the party? Like, what's his vibe?
I'm gonna pull a card because I forgot to pull a card as you change scenes. I have pulled the Empty Gallows. It is a value of 3, Notions, Cats, Clocks, and Wind, Rescue, Salvation, Solution, Favorable Judgment, and Escape on the Grey Sun. Gotthold is sitting in one of the reclining chairs, and he is sketching scenes from everybody here.
Yeah.
So
I think
every
I'm
once
just
in a while
kind of
he'll look up, draw some lines, go back and forth.
Yeah, I think when he looks up one time, I like just kind of catch his eye. Like I've been watching, kind of waiting for him to look up a little bit.
He smiles.
Yeah, then I'll go over.
Congratulations.
Oh, the winking game. Yes, I didn't call out anyone's name, not once.
Yes, but no, I'm talking about the church.
Oh, well, that was a group effort.
Well,
Thank you.
We're all very proud of you. It was quite an undertaking.
I didn't properly thank you for the compact. I didn't have my words back then, and I certainly did not have my nerve, but I've seen everything except for my right ear.
You'll get there.
Yes, but that doesn't feel like such a heavy destination anymore. I'm not afraid of it. That's what I'm really thanking you for.
He doesn't know how to respond to that, but there is a soft smile. And then he'll look down at his drawings and then look up at you. Do you want to see what you look like without looking into a mirror?
I think I'd like to see what you see.
he will flip back like some pages, probably closer to the front of the book, and turn it around to hold out to you. And it is you standing in like a windy scene looking up. And let's be real here, when you look up, it's usually up at the albatross.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
And it seems like there is wind blowing, and it's not like a very detailed sketch. It's very much a gesture drawing. But you see like your baggy neutral clothes, the boots, the crown of flowers. It's more of an impression than a full detailed drawing.
I like the way I look to you.
I like how you look too. And I can't wait until you see what other people see.
Maybe that's next. You know, now that the church is done and I'm going to draw back and things can be a little bit more personal, and that's not so selfish. Maybe figure a few things out, and maybe at some point I'll figure out how to say words in front of people without saying 50 more than I mean to.
But I think that's what makes so.
The anxiety.
Yeah.
That was a joke. I was doing a joke. Oh, you mean it. Oh, okay. I don't know if I want that to be what makes so.
I didn't realize that was a joke because I may get it.
No, I think that's like a really cute moment between the two of them. Like, I don't know. I think So's like blushing a little bit like, oh, it was really bad, huh? Like,
while this conversation is going on, Dara has taken out another pizza and is like looking over at whoever like a part of the party is like closest, and they look at Gotthold and So, and then like whoever is here, so either Peri, Adrienne, or Kairos, and like, I swear we can just distill honey out of what is going on over there.
I feel the cavities as they speak.
So puts another marshmallow in their mouth, does not understand Kairos just said that.
My teeth are aching. It's wonderful.
I think they deserve this. It's beautiful.
It is. It was really rough when they first got here, a lot of stuff all at once. So we're all glad to see them blossom. That reminds me.
The best part is there's still more growing to be seen.
That reminds me. Here. And, like, basically they take off, like, the oven mitts and hand them to whoever's closest. I forgot that we have something for them. Can you take the pizza out of the next pizza out of the oven, like, 3 minutes? Like, yeet.
Peri will take responsibility of de-pizzaing.
The oven? We're gonna de-pizza the oven?
Yes, in 3
guess.
minutes.
Was that the second?
I guess.
Listen, I don't.
No, that's great.
English is hard.
Stick with it.
It's 100% correct. I'm using it forever. You treasure. You've given me a gift.
So Dara, like, motions to Adrienne, and the two of them, like, go into, like, a little, like, another door and, like, come out a couple minutes later, and Adrienne is just like, so, we have something for you from the cell.
Oh, my.
Get your butt over here so we may present it to you.
Okay, so like feels eyes on them, but is really trying not to like panic about this because anxiety should not be the default, and they just like they try to be really chill and they're not doing it, and they walk over.
So basically, behind Adrienne's back, they are smiling and are just like, so we all pitched in and got this for you, and then pulls out from behind their back. I don't know what you're expecting, but it's probably not this. It is basically a metal spike with runes, like, engraved on the head. And Adrienne is just like, okay, before you say anything, it's a gift. It is, we know that you have plans to do things, and you are taking everything in stride and taking care of yourself. And I think you're past the throwing yourself into danger thing, but that doesn't mean danger doesn't come for you. So this is from all of us for you if you need to get somewhere safe fast, because we care about you and want you to be safe. And I will forward this to your chat, but this is something called a ascribing spike. If pounded into the ground or an immobile object, the spike creates a magical anchor to the location. When you choose, you can return to the activated spike from any distance, or you can send an object or willing being you touch to the location of the spike.
That's incredible. I don't know what to say. I'm home every time I come here, and I think you just gave me something that makes that very true, because I think I would just come here if I needed to.
You don't have to do it here, but it's just...
I could. You told me I can, and I think that I was very silly to ever leave when I was feeling badly about myself, so maybe it's just a poem that I could come here if I needed to.
You get to decide where you want home to be, and home can be many places at once. So this is just one of them.
I feel like I should have gotten something for all of you.
No.
I was selfish.
This is for you.
Well, I didn't ask you all outright, and I probably should have, but I kind of combined you all because to me this is you're all my family. You made sure I didn't get lost. You made sure I stopped hating myself. I know I could do that in the end, but you were very patient. I know not everyone here is a part of the cell. Not everyone here is a part of our group of can-do adventurers, which is how I think of us. I haven't said it out loud yet. I feel weird about it, but you're all you're my people. You're who I have, and when I entered the world, there were none of those. Thank you for that.
Adrienne gives you a hug.
Yeah, I mean, so's gonna hug everybody that wants one. Group hug!
Yeah, group hug. Group hug.
One arm, but like, physically not really. But I'm in there.
That was pretty
Yeah, I
sweet.
think that's case closed on a character arc for old So. We've done it.
I'm so happy.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the party goes on, continues with very silly party games and such like that, and eventually all of you head home. I want to just let So know that there is one thing waiting for them at home.
All right.
I'm going to give you a despair for this.
I felt the energy about it. Yeah, let's do that.
So you can have a despair for that. And when you get home in your little alcove with where your cot is, there is an envelope addressed to you in perfect cursive in gold ink.
I think So rolls their eyes at how perfect it is because we're past all this now.
But it is addressed to you on your blanket, your pillow, your cot.
Has anyone been here for the evening? Was anyone hanging out at the tower when I got home?
Just the normal people.
Yeah, I think I'll just ask if anyone stopped by to deliver me something. Anyone see anybody?
I think Surreal nods and says yes. Let me just double check Surreal's level.
Such a Surreal
I did not
fan.
give Surreal a level.
How about a billion?
And neither did I give the other person a thing. So we're going to pull a card to see if Surreal saw them. Oh, look at this great card. It's the Revolutionary that I pulled during downtime. Surreal nods and says, yes, there was an angel here that asked to give this to you. I did not recognize them, but I told them that you were out, so I put the letter on your pillow for you.
Thank you. Between us, Surreal, You know what, never mind. I'll deal with it. Thank you.
Are you sure?
I'm not entirely certain this was sent to me with good intentions, but I don't want to put anyone else at risk.
We're a team.
Yes. I'm willing to hand you a part of my burden if you want it, but I would not forgive myself if you were harmed in any way. Let's at least try and see if there's any magic about it, okay?
She nods. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna check this out, because... uh-oh.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you doing?
Let me read something really quick. Yeah, first I'm going to try and get a sense if I feel any kind of magic on this envelope, and then if I do, depending on what I can pick up, I have another idea. So let's see if I can...
You can do an intelligence check with using your weaver skill of yours. You can use that.
Yeah. Right, just kind of like getting like an Arcana vibe.
Yeah. The Revolutionary is... Hold on.
I would do, like, so it's intellect, magic vibe, and I would like to use a hidden knowledge because So has also sent magically triggerable letters before, so they kind of understand what these feel like.
Okay.
So at least would like to add 3 to my venture. And because I'm trying to read magic about a thing, I would guess I would like to also use my sortilege die, just to see if I can
This is a challenge 3, so you would automatically succeed.
Oh, beautiful. Then I won't even bother with the magic die. That could totally blow me up.
There is nothing magical about this except a little bit in the ink that's making it look pretty.
Oh, it's just it's purely like cosmetic. It doesn't feel like once you read these words, you are gayest. All right, good.
Any magic that is in it is cosmetic. Correct.
Well, then it seems the worst it could do to me is have ill intent in its words. I think I'm safe, Surreal, but I'll let you know what is going on if there's any immediate concern for the tower.
She nods and places an arm on your shoulder and will leave you to it.
Yeah, let's read this.
It is very short. It is only 2 sentences. We need to talk about your involvement with a man named Emmerich. I need to confirm you're no longer a threat. And there's no name, but there is like what Peri does with the stamping of a periwinkle is very similar, but instead it's a scissors surrounded by stars.
Yeah. So I've used I have a practice weave for interactions in time before. Is there any chance I can use that to kind of get an indication for when or where this was written, or kind of how long ago it came? Just trying to get a sense of maybe finding my way to it, unless they gave me a time and place.
I'll say I forgot to add a time and place, but we'll say there's a time and place.
Great, then I won't use magic.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If So's learned anything from all of their friends and the many, many groups of people that want them to live, they're certainly not going to go alone. And yeah, I know. I'm watching Ventris be like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I have enough time, So will get the word out to everybody who was just at that party.
Yeah, absolutely.
That this is going down.
Cool.
Okay.
You do so. We'll figure that out another day.
Fun.
And last but not least, we're going to go back to Kairos. Kairos.
It's me.
It's you. We have something going on.
No.
Where are you doing your summoning?
This is probably at home. Probably in his study.
Cool. I have also pulled the Vizier on the Gold Sun. Value of 0, notions, cats, clocks, and wind, manipulation, sycophant, power, influence. It is a nemesis card.
Cool.
-2 to Ardence.
Bruh.
Oh,
Bruh.
Oh.
The
I
vibes
love
are
that for
rancid.
me. The vibes are rancid. Well, depending on when I do this, the vibes could be rancid.
I'm scared.
So you are at home in your office, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, set the tone, because this is a... You've summoned this entity before, but this is a big reason.
Yes. I think the vibes are rancid specifically because maybe this is a day where he kind of made himself go through more of Mom's study and was really like just not in the fucking mood. And I think that on this particular day, he's like leafing through what he thinks might be journals. Are these encoded? And then like it all just comes crashing back that like, am I even sure that this is correct? Like, am I going to actually discard my lived experience of like knowing who my mother is today?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's just a really bad headspace for him to be in, and that he remembers, fuck, I have to get this this written sponsorship if I'm going to proceed with other shit in my life.
Not to mention, you're at the point that your mother tried to do multiple times.
Yeah.
So oof. And
Yeah.
like Ruby, sensing the bad vibes, she's just like, do you maybe want to wait a day?
No, let's just... If I'm gonna fail, I'm just gonna fail today, and then I could wake up tomorrow and try again later. It's fine. It's not like you can't try again. This is my first try. I just want to get... I want to get it over with.
Okay.
It's fine. It's just... I have too much on my mind, but let's just do it while I'm up in here and not bed rotting.
At least you don't have to worry about the sword anymore.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me, actually. That's, like... I think he, like, even instinctively, like, looks at his hip, and, I assume it's not there.
What have you been doing with the sword? Where have you left it?
Put it exactly the same behind those fuck-ass locks that haven't been doing their jobs. But I think he's put it just behind them still, just out of, like, habit.
Mm-hmm,
And if it... That way, if it, like, teleports again, he has, like, another lead. Like, maybe it's something to do with that area where he's been keeping it or something like that.
Yeah.
So he would have stowed it away in one of those side closets.
Whenever you've touched it since your sister dealt with
yes.
the problem...
Secrets, yes.
It has felt warm.
Interesting.
Warm in a way that I described before, where a warmth washes over you, but it's the type of heat that you feel when you've walked inside a warm house from a snowstorm you've been in. It feels comforting. It feels... You've never felt that before.
Yeah.
And when it's not there, you miss it. You notice its absence. Let's put it that way.
Okay. But for the time being, if he hasn't moved it to his person, it's not on his person.
Correct.
Okay. So, yeah, I think he just kind of, like, instinctively, like, glances down at his hip, having expected it to, like, have done it, the thing that it's been doing. And when it isn't there, I think, like, that does, like, release some tension from him. And he'll, like, give Ruby some ear scritches for reminding him that what went down was not just a dream.
No, it was not.
That was a thing that actually happened. Thanks for the reminder. It doesn't feel real yet. Okay, let's do this. He'll draw the circle.
Okay.
He does his thing. This is going to be a persuasion colloquy.
And
Colloquy.
colloquy? I think it's colloquy.
I don't know. I should know, but I don't. Talk!
You summon, I'm assuming, Etheria.
Yes.
The Soul Chandler from the Silver Sun. A humanoid wearing long trailing robes with a ram head and elaborate, massively curled horns. 3 of the candles are lit today that are nestled on their horns. How many times have you summoned Etheria, like excluding like what we've done in game?
Yeah, I think that he knows that he's going to be building up to this. And I think that in addition to knowing he's been building up to this, being in after, I think specifically after receiving Anthony's letter and hearing like this is where mom has failed multiple times, that just added to the pressure. So I think that he has been like probably not necessarily like, I'm gonna put it this way. I do think he's like maybe even like a little bit neglectful of some of the other like that gold angel that he has the name of. He hasn't been, if he would have summoned them for something, he summons Etheria instead. So I think maybe even at the day at the Celestial Bazaar when he had something like help him carry things, that was Etheria. It wasn't like somebody else. He's been trying to work towards this.
And my question for you, I have 2 questions. One, do you have any connections, like connection levels with anything?
Oh God. Probably. Let me see.
Because I don't remember if you have any of those. I know if you were connected, if you had the connected one, you would, but...
Yeah, so I think I had even said when I changed to connected that I wasn't taking additional ones because it wasn't fair for something that's just narrative for me to get like an additional advantage. That didn't feel right to me.
Yeah.
So the connections that I started with were with the Aura of Goetica from the family and with the general club / nightlife scene.
Okay, so you don't have anything specifically with angels or silver entities. Okay, cool. My second question is were you genuine in trying to make this connection with Etheria in all these instances? Or were you just like summoning them to show yourself as reliable, like I'm a goetic, I'm gonna like you see what I'm getting at?
I do, and weirdly I do think he was trying to be genuine because I think that the weight of the family legacy as being right hand is like maybe that means more to him than trying to establish something as a means to an end. I know that those 2 things probably like butt up against each other, but I do think that he was actually just like, oh, I should summon Etheria for this. I haven't seen Etheria. And it's not coming from, especially at this time frame in his life, I don't think it's coming from just a like, a results oriented mode of thinking.
Cool. That's what I was wondering. So in that case, you will have a circumstantial +1 bonus with Etheria.
Okay.
You summon Etheria, and they are kind of like, they appear on the ground, one knee up, the other one folded up beneath them. I'm thinking very much like Truth from Full Metal Alchemist on how it sits. And it cranes her head up at you and like looks, and a goat can't really smile in the same way that a human can, but the goat eyes just widen, like the pupils widen just a little bit. What time of day is this?
Oh man, you know what? I think that this is, based on how I set the scene, I think this is probably like evening. He's like lost track of time going through mom's study.
Good evening, Kairos. Long time no see.
Hey, Etheria. Well, I don't think it's been that long, has it?
No. Secondary question.
Uh-oh, I don't like the look on your face. Yes, Mayor?
Is Etheria in a protective circle?
Yeah, I said that he would.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't remember, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He would have drawn that. That's just muscle memory.
Habit, okay.
So yes, they are. I think he maybe would offer if they want the circle to be. He trusts them. Like, do you want me to get rid of this? Are you good? Or
well, you summoned me for a reason, so
just chat today. I don't need you to carry my stuff or anything. I'm still sorry about that, but I wanted to.
I think I was
It was-
more concerned about why and curious than offended, but
Yeah, I know it probably seemed like really like demoralizing, but I promise there was a reason. I only have 2 arms. I really needed stuff to be carried because I was commissioning something for somebody who's really important to me, and I'm sorry. I feel bad about that one.
I could have said no.
I know.
I used the
I
time to
still
go
feel
shopping
bad.
anyway while you weren't looking,
Good.
so.
Did you find anything fun?
Unfortunately no.
Oh, that's crazy. At the Celestial Bazaar, you'd think they would have just
They do.
all kinds of anything for
Nothing caught
anybody.
my eye.
I get it. Well, as I have mentioned to you before, I am going to attempt to attain 3rd degree. And I was hoping that with the bonds that I've been trying to build with you, I was kind of hoping that I could get your sponsorship.
Make your first check.
Let's go.
So this is
I don't like you.
unfortunately a challenge 7 because
Okay.
of the card pull from before
Yeah.
with the nemesis.
Somebody
So
pick a color. White, purple, or red?
Purple.
you have
Purple, okay.
a +1 bonus. Are you
Okay.
spending any interaction, hidden knowledge, sorcery?
Let me see.
Sorry, not
I have-
sorcery. Sortilege.
Sortilege.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I was like, I wish I could spend some fucking sorcery right now. I will absolutely spend a sortilege on this. I also have plenty of interaction bene to spend, so I'll do that as well. I'll do 1 interaction bene and a sortilege. For the sortilege, the thread that let me think. I think that he's pulling on like the kind of like innate magic between a goetic and something that they've contracted, of just like, hey, you know me now. That is the vibe with the sortilege, if that makes sense.
Good
I
vibes
don't really
only.
have any. Yeah, I don't have hidden knowledge right now, but I'm sure I'll think of something. So whatever, let's just see what happens.
So you need to get a 5.
Okay, no whammies, please. That is a 5 on the magic die and a 5 with the other one. I cannot believe I rolled 2 5s. I'm taking a picture of it because thank you, God.
Etheria nods. It has been many decades since I have been asked to write a sponsorship letter. Why me, first of all? And yeah, why me?
Well,
I don't have any special names. I'm from Silver, but I'm not an angel.
yeah, to be completely honest, it's because you're from Silver and you're not an angel. I'm kind of trying to relearn some things about my family, which is very right-hand path coded.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to find if there is a place for me in that legacy if I don't follow every single thing they told me was the correct way to practice goetic magic. I'm trying to find something in myself, and you've been a good companion. It's kind of nice to not have such a bond with something that is an angel. I've been so used to them my whole life, but this has also been eye-opening for me in a different way.
Their ears like twitch and like move. Like they've just realized something. Make your second check.
Will do. I am gonna use another interaction. I do have another sortilege that I could use. Yeah, why not?
You can use any hidden knowledge?
Yeah, let's do a hidden knowledge that's built off of he knows things about Etheria now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
As far as like, oh, this is how like my conversations with you go better if I do these things as opposed to if I was summoning an angel or if I was summoning anything else. It's like a personal
connection,
knowing somebody.
Okay, absolutely. So you need to get a 4.
I rolled a 9 and a 2 on the magic die.
Okay. Etheria nods and like the ears move back a little bit. I will say that I would have never expected that the Kairos in front of me is the same Kairos I met in some stinky sewers.
Look, that was a bad day.
Arrogant, full of himself, snarky.
I think I'm still those things. I'm just also trying to be other things at the same time. I don't just have to be what my family brought me up to be.
Improving oneself takes work. And frankly, from what I've seen, a lot of people don't bother to do that.
It's hard.
It's very hard.
It's not fun.
No.
You actually caught me on a really not fun day, but I decided I was going to do this anyways because it's something that needed doing, and I just don't want to be defined by all of the bad things that happen to me anymore.
I wasn't going to say it, but you do look very tired and a little less put together.
I think that during his like shoveling through things in the privacy of his home, there's no way he's wearing the glove at home. There's no way his sleeves are down at home. So Etheria would absolutely see, like, he not only is he disheveled, but other things have happened to him.
They look at your arm, and I feel like they might have seen it a couple times, but not to the extent of what it's at.
Correct.
And they hold out a hand for yours.
Am I able to reach through it without getting rid of the circle?
I like to imagine you
I'll get rid of the circle. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We trust each other. It's fine. I think as like a show of goodwill and just like general trust, he'll just dismiss the circle, and he's not even gonna try anything with Etheria. Like, it's immediately the right hand. Like, I know what you're looking at.
And they look at your crystalline hand that has magic, and just like their fingers like trail up your elbow until they like meet where the crystal has gone above your shirt of your rolled up sleeves, past your elbow.
Yeah.
And they're looking at it. You making any progress on this?
I have a friend who's looking into something similar, but I do also have other threats that I have been trying to deal with as well. So, yes, in addition to lots of other stuff that's going on.
And you think that by advancing in degree, getting access to the higher level texts, working with higher level peers, you can continue fixing these problems.
You know me so well.
What are you going to do about it all when you have that power in your hands?
I've learned that one of the best things I could do is pool it with other people who are around me. And even though I do have access to I think he like gestures to his arm, access to a decent amount of power on my own, I can admit that I don't have the knowledge to know how to use it all of the time. So I will be collaborating with some people that I know. I'll be collaborating with people who are better at what they do than I am at what I do. And I'm hoping we could just deal with everything one at a time. I'm hoping that maybe it's not too late to fix some of these things.
They nod and make your final check.
Cool beans.
What are you using?
This will be, I still have sortilege, so I'm gonna use another sortilege. I'm gonna use another interaction bene. For hidden knowledge. I want to use, this is maybe a weird thing, so tell me if it doesn't apply. But I do think that he is maybe realizing, like, as he's talking to Etheria specifically, who's been around him for some of these things, he's like realizing things about himself as he's talking, because I don't think he's said out loud or to Ruby that the plan going ahead is in fact to not just do everything by himself. I think that he is maybe, because I don't think this is an intentional use of hidden knowledge. I think this is like a subconscious thing that he is applying towards the conversation with Etheria. Like, maybe we can find common ground here.
Yeah. So you need to get a 4.
Cool. Don't fuck me up now. I rolled a 4 and a 3 on the magic die.
Just barely made it.
These rolls are fucking crazy.
Etheria stares at you for a very long time with their rectangular pupils. And the flames in their candles like flicker and move. And then they ask you, do you have a pen and paper I can borrow?
Always got one on me. We'll reach in. He has like a little notepad that he keeps in like a breast pocket. And very nice fancy pen. That is like his favorite pen. It's nice and scratchy. That he'll hand over.
And Etheria will write you a letter of sponsorship, which you can bring to the Goetic Hall of Records with your closed ceremony, and you could advance to the 3rd degree. One thing I will say is that X amount of time after, right, you have your degree, you do your thing, you present the sponsorship to a higher level Goetic. I feel like you maybe asked your aunt or Adistrea, right? But they're not the one who actually accepts it.
Oh, for the sponsorship? Well, yeah, he would have gone to... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Let's continue.
I was just going to say, like, for the person that he's presenting it to, it would have been Ophelia first, and then if she can't or rejects it, then you're right, he would have gone to Adistrea.
Your aunt would have rejected just because of, like, family. It's kind of frowned upon for family to accept it, kind of like how healthcare workers are not supposed to work on their family members.
Yeah, I think he would have absolutely been like, it was worth a shot.
And then Adistrea would have said yes. However, like, the day of, Adistrea would have been like, hey, someone else is interested in accepting this as instead. Is that okay?
Sure. And he's like, you know how it, okay, I don't know if there are any other extroverts here, but do you know how it is when you know a lot of people and you know that someone knows you, but you won't remember maybe if you know them or went that awkward? That is what's going through his head right now, is like, fuck, who else do I know who would want to do this? Did I meet someone and introduce myself a couple months ago and I don't remember? Who could it be? Shit. This is gonna be so awkward. I hope I don't have to remember their name. Oh God. And he's just like, yeah, of course.
You have not met this person officially yet. But it is a young woman, like young, like 19 to 22. She is minimum 4th degree, because that's the minimum level degree you have to be in order to accept this from for the advancement from 2nd to 3rd. And Adistrea would have tell you this is Giovanna Q. Pierce, who is
Let's go.
She has recently returned from her trip, heard you were advancing, and was just like, I will do this. I will accept this sponsorship. And like there's like the whole thing, like reading the sponsorship to whoever's present, closed ceremony, etc., etc. Very professional. But as soon as everything is done, as soon as like all the formalities are over, she hops down off the little pedestal, walks over to you. She's 5 nothing, small, and she's like, "Oh my God, I finally get to meet you. I got your letter. It's so nice to super meet you." And she'll hold out her hand for a handshake. I heard you've been wanting to learn some stuff.
He'll absolutely shake her head. I'm so glad you got my letter, and I hope your travels went well.
They were phenomenal.
And yeah, I'm trying to learn secrets.
I have secrets. I have many, but I hear you want to learn a specific special one, and I would be more than happy to teach you.
Oh, thank God. Yay. I read about it in a book and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I'd never heard of it before. So curiosity got the better of me.
She will loop her arm through yours and basically lead the way to her office. If you have the acumen for it, you can learn that secret now.
I got this many acumen left over.
Well, whenever you have the acumen, you can.
Because I bought the thing that I told you about that I was like, is this going to be useful later? And you were like, ooh, interesting. So I bought that instead. But I have access to the secret.
You have access to the secret now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And the last thing I have on the docket is a gift.
Yes.
All right.
There's a gift. That Kairos would send a message to Adrienne and be like,
Hey, what's up?
I have something for you.
Okay.
Or for your house.
Oh, okay, sure. Come on over.
Can I bring it over?
Yeah, you are always welcome.
Cool. He shows up. He shows up with a, not like a box, more like a flat kind of rectangle that's maybe like 2 or 3 inches deep. It's wrapped in something that's almost like, how do I put it? The material is like similar to butcher paper in a way.
Okay.
But he will kind of like sideways like slide his way into the house. I have something for your... Well, I wanted to get something for you, but I know that you've been maybe having problems with your house feeling like home. So I wanted to give you something that maybe could help with that. And he'll hand you the package. It's a good, like, probably, 20 inches long.
Oh, okay. They slowly unwrap it and they go, didn't have to do this, but I appreciate it.
I really wanted to. I think it's overdue.
Tear through the thing and open the box.
So this is it's a painting. And what you see is a seascape. It depicts the glittering ocean on a sunny day, composed of the deepest blues and silvery greens. And I think as you kind of look it over, he's explaining to you that he commissioned this from Vale Murillo. Is that Visley at the Celestial? Did you see the Visley who was like painting with music? We were at the bazaar.
Oh yeah, I think we passed by it on the way in. I didn't realize you went there.
I really liked her work, and she apparently really likes painting with other people's music. So I composed something, and I tried to make it sound as much like water as I could. I told her that I wanted it to evoke the feeling of standing between waves on a calm day. So I hope that gets across.
I think... Does it actually play music? Like, can I listen to it? Okay, I wasn't sure.
He'll describe I think he could like, well, I have so much fucking magic. He'll like leitmotif if you want to hear it. And the piece is string only, and it seems to kind of like ebb and flow. There's like maybe piano in the background, but it's mostly string.
Adrienne brings it to the room with the broken roof. And in that roof, where the sunlight comes through the open ceiling and hits the wall, that's where Adrienne places the painting, so that they can see, in spite of what is not here, the ocean and home is always here. And they listen to the music, and even though you are playing it, they swear that there's harmony in that painting, and just get like full body chills and just starts to tear up a little bit.
I hope you're not crying because you hate it.
No, I love it. And they turn around and give Kairos a big kiss and hug and embraces him so thoroughly and says, "Thank you for for everything that you do, in spite of how much you carry. And I don't take this for granted. Actually, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
I want to help you in what you're going through. And I know it is our tendency to make light and walk away from things that get a little too hard at times. But since you've so kindly extended your help to me, I'd like to do the same. How are you? How's the arm? How's the sword? Is there anything pressing that you need help with that I can help you with?
I think you will be happy to know that the sword doesn't seem to be a problem anymore. And he kind of like even like shows them the hip where it's always fucking there. Like 60% of the time this fucking thing was there and it's not there anymore.
Okay.
I tried something a little bit out of the blue, but Yanthi really came through. And we think maybe it's gone. And you hear like trepidation in his voice. He is, despite what the Yanthi had said during that scene, he isn't like quite ready to hope that it's done yet. So you hear that, and then before it's too much of that moment sits, he will also like he'll look into your eyes and say, "But the arm after we saw each other and went to unfinished business, because, well, not because of." And he just like rolls up his sleeve, and he can't roll his sleeve up like too much past the elbow, but you see the color is like literally like all the way up, and it seems to go past where the sleeve is covering now. This is newer.
Understood. Okay.
It had been slowing down, I thought, but
And I do the same thing that I did before. I drain some magic from you. Does this help even temporarily? And I like touch your arm again, and that kind of same mist forms, and a spectral river just flows from your skin into my hand, and I glow. My eyes glow blue for a second.
and you'll just watch it recede back down. I think probably to like the elbow area, maybe a little bit below the elbow.
Okay. So
Yeah.
a band-aid, but it's only a band-aid to
Right.
an open wound.
Right.
Okay. All right. Maybe I could look into that. Demon car. Any problems with that?
I haven't had to give her a reason to come collect, and from what I hear, she is just living her best life, off racing, and has not bothered me at all, so she doesn't seem to be a huge problem.
Okay.
Yet, at least. I know that it's just we're in my attempting to prioritize threats to my life, I would put her at the bottom now.
Good.
Aside from the sword before, yeah.
Okay. So the sword, for now, temporarily taken care of. The Kara demon, temporarily gone.
Right.
It's really just this wellspring.
Right.
Okay.
Which I think Rowan may have leads on. I'm not 100% sure.
I assume so. I don't know. I assume that if he can take care of Evelyn, he can help you.
Right. That's kind of where I'm at.
that's just an assumption.
Yeah, we need to find some more leads when it comes to addressing this, but I will say that the day Ianthe did what she did with the sword, which very shortly after that all of a sudden I woke up and it was most of my arm that had been covered. Which makes sense. We kind of know the thing eats stuff, so
Okay.
it adds up.
Got it.
I think, unfortunately, from what I could tell, I think that it may begin to spread a little bit more aggressively. I've been able to keep it in check so far, but I can only spend so much sorcery at once.
Understood. Okay, I'm going to research and do some work to see if I can help somehow solve this issue here. But thank you for the painting, and it really means a lot. They hold their breath because their brain goes towards that unfinished conversation from a long time ago. And they're not sure if they should broach it now. And like, I think in traditional fashion, they tuck it under like a little nook and cranny in their mind because something else, this is so trivial, it seems, to the grand scheme of things. They hug Kairos again, and they thank him for the painting. And unless, can I do like one small little thing? I know we're about to end, but can I do a thing? We don't have to finish like whatever scene, but I just want to start something.
Yeah.
When Kairos leaves, Adrienne begins long form magic. They're going to use Beseech Invocation. I'm going to spend the money that it costs and the time. Ooh.
Eyes emoji.
Okay, I was just like, don't know what that means because I haven't seen that one. I was just like, ooh.
Eyes emoji. Let's go.
Once Kairos leaves, the Beseech Invocation magic says this. The practitioner calls upon a higher power named in their performance, offering gifts in the form of emotions. The practitioner asks for a specific favor. The favor can be anything, but to have a chance of success, the favor should be something within the power of the being and something the being would do in theory, no ethical barriers. If the practitioner gains the attention of the being, they will not physically manifest, but arrive as a disembodied spirit. Usually the being will ask questions to gain clarifications as to what the Visley wants them to do and why. Many beings will ask something in return, usually the form of task, not a gift or payment. Some may ask for a favor to be named later. Beseech does not compel the contact of being does not compel the contact of being in any way. It's pale. One crystal orb for incense, one crystal orb for, I don't know what Vellum is. 75 orbs.
Vellum is like a type of writing,
Vellum.
like to write on.
It's 4 hours of preparation and 1 hour performance. What's going to happen?
What kind of entity are you summoning? Because you needed to inscribe that vellum with the history and detail as much as possible about the being involved.
So, you can tell me, Adrienne doesn't know a lot about things.
No.
They're still making stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
They go down their well to the bottom of their house. They do this in the water, and they call out to the sea. They draw the circles that Kairos has taught them in their basic learnings of goetic magic, of circles of protection and symbols. They extend their arms into the ocean. They don't need to breathe, and they speak underwater. And they say, I call upon the water. I call upon the sea. I call upon the ocean. I call upon these things that love me and guide me through my life. and have healed me in times of great need. I call upon the tempest. I call upon the eye of the storm to surround me. Please, hear my plea. I beseech thee. I am in need of healing. And they begin to chant this and draw symbols in the ocean floor and perform for like an hour.
We'll do the rest of this during downtime. Very much Avatar summoning the ocean spirit vibes. I see it.
Yeah.
I'll probably ask you to make some kind of check later, or I'll draw a card.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty. We're a couple minutes over. My apologies, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for session 19, the penultimate episode, holy shit, of 10. We're going to go around and say, hey, hi, who we are, where you can find us. And then I'll do a couple small announcements, and we will probably go a raid. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first, since I spoke last. Hi, my name is Ian DePriest. Pronouns he, they. Today I've played Adrienne, who is they, them. You can find me anywhere on the internet. Just search my name, Ian DePriest, D-E, and then the word priest as in our father. I'm a voice actor, singer-songwriter, TTRPG actual player. Literally anywhere. You'll find it. That's all. Bye.
No. What do you get from this session?
Oh, what do I get? I keep forgetting about that. What do I get? I think I get an acumen for the lawyer stuff, for helping my grandma. I don't know if I get a second acumen for helping anybody, or helping any friends. You just let me know on that one.
No, I don't think that's applicable today.
Cool. And then for joy or despair, I don't think there's a despair. There's a lot of things are moving in the way they want them to. So another joy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can go. Hi, I'm Trout. I use it pronouns, and today I played So, who uses they, them pronouns. So is an iconoclastic empath of the Order of Weavers who revels in beauty. And you can find me and my partner Adam at TrixieWizard.com, Trixie Wizard on Bluesky. If you want to see comics, TTRPG art, we're open to commission. If you want someone to bring your graphic novel to life, bring your card game to life, just make art of your TTRPG party. We'll do all of it. We love doing it. And also we're releasing a comic right now. We've been working on it for a while. It was supposed to be 24 hours, and now it's going to take us the month because we love it so much. It's called Riverfish. Hope you read it. It's really good. And also Walk on Weetril if you want to read that graphic novels on our website. Yes, for today, obviously a joy. Everyone just keeps loving so much, and they're on the precipice of a new journey. Also, I think, Mare, I'll leave this up to you because it's a little wibbly wobbly and I don't quite know who the letter's from, but one of So's arcs is find my enemy. And up until now, that meant the angel that has been trying to have them killed. So I think this is a pretty huge clue for that character arc. So I'll take an acumen too.
That's perfect. Seth or Ventris? Ventris.
I'll go. Hi, I Ventris. She, they pronouns. Been playing Peri. She, her pronouns. Is a bizarre ardent of the Order of Weavers. Turns tales into reality. I can find me on Bluesky as a voice actor. And let's see. In terms of despair, joy. It's a great day. It was a great session. Nothing bad happened. Everything is awesome. And no acumen.
And last but not least.
Hi, my name is Seth. I use they, them pronouns. I've been playing Kairos, who uses he, they pronouns. Kairos is a connected ardent of the Order of Goetica, who cages adversaries. Haven't caged many adversaries recently, but I have the feeling that's going to change. You can find me on Bluesky with the link over in the chat. I don't want to say it out loud because I'm too lazy. Let's see here. I think that it's, for once, we finally are going to have like a clean sweep on Joy, y'all. There's not really anything to bring Kairos to spare today, which was like the first time that's happened in this game, I think. So I'm going to take that joy and I'm going to run away with it before I think of something sad. As far as acumen, oh my god, what's my shit? What do I even have going on right now? Defeat foes, I think, are both of my arcs. I think what did I do today? I think I get an acumen for advancing to third degree because that will surely help in the foes I'm trying to defeat. Stab with third degree things. I didn't really help anybody else, I don't think, today. So yeah, I think just the one acumen.
Beautiful. And hello, everybody. My name is Mary. You can find me on all applicable social media at Archmage of Dice. I am no longer a Sword and Key exclusive. This coming Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern on the 21st, we will be returning for season 3 of Smoke and Ashes, an Avatar game on Valdrian's channel. I will be running one more episode for the season finale next week, and then the week after we will have a Q&A. If you want to submit any questions, you can do so at the link in chat. Alex, a friend of the channel and fellow GM, will be hosting that. He's going to try and watch everything, the entire... I sent him the note stock, do not worry. And I also have a casting call open, which is if you've ever wanted to play Invisible Sun and basically do a build a character and do a developmental scene with me, you can fill out that, and I will maybe get back to you at some point, depending on how many people respond. Rack raided us, and I was going to raid Rack, so we're just going to end for the day. So we'll see everybody next week. Bye.
Finale! Ah!
Ah!
Ah!